What up, what up, what up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to another live stream, you guys. Happy Friday. I hope y'all are doing well. Shout out to everybody in the building, everybody watching, everybody who supports the channel. Shout out to you. Thank y'all so much for being here. Listen, as you come into the building, make sure you are hitting the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, you guys. Make sure as you come into the building, you are hitting the like button. That actually helps the channel out. Also, if you are new to the channel and you like the content, but you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is free to subscribe, y'all. Share and like the stream as well. I am live streaming on both of my channels. So if you haven't subscribed to my other channel, the morning show with DeeDee, make sure you go over there and subscribe to that channel as well. So I am live streaming on both, you guys. So make sure you go over there and support and subscribe to that channel as well. I will be posting new content and eventually going live on that channel as well. So if you want to catch the live streams on that channel, make sure you are subscribed to that channel as well. All right. I'm going to go ahead and try to put the link to the other channel in the chat. That way you guys can go ahead and subscribe to that channel if you haven't already. What's going on? I hope y'all are doing well. Thank y'all so much for being here. I hope you are enjoying your weekend so far. Because I definitely am enjoying mine. Yesterday was my husband and I's anniversary, you guys, our wedding anniversary. So that was fun. We had fun yesterday. So that was a fun thing as well. So yeah, it was our anniversary yesterday, October the 2nd, child. Another year married, baby. So that was actually fun, y'all. I enjoyed myself. What else I wanted to say? Also, listen, if you guys have content that you want me to react to, something that because I don't see everything. Listen, I'm on social media, but I'm not always privy to everything that's going on because outside of this, I'm busy. So if you see content that you want me to react to, send it to me. You can email it to me at deedesworldloves@yahoo.com, or you can send it to me on Instagram. My Instagram and all that information is posted as well. So definitely send me content that that you would like me to react to. Make sure it's something you want me to react to, and it's something that's that goes that's relevant to the channel. Relationship stuff, any celebrity guy, anything that you want me to react to, please send it to me that way and make me aware of it. That way I can react to it in a live stream, or I can react to it in a video. Whatever one you guys want me to do, I can address it at least. Okay, so make sure you do that. I posted the link to my second channel in the chat. Hopefully, I don't know why if it's not working, but it's you go over and subscribe to that channel if you haven't already. What's going on, Dre the Dream? Thank you so much for being here. What's going on, Lorenzo Redman? Farrell, what's going on, Farrell? Shout out to you. Thank you, Farrell. See Irvin in the building. Thank you, Michael McCool. What's going on? Shout out to the Thai Boxing 67. Say we always have. We just don't appreciate the disrespect we have been getting. Okay, responded to the question. Very good. Ryan Wetlow, what's going on? Shout out to you guys. Thank y'all so much for being here. Hit the like button as you come into the building. All right. So I posted the poll, and the question was asked: do Black men appreciate Black women? 93% said yes. About 7% said no. And I'm going to answer that question as well because I want to play a clip that I saw. This was from The Truth After Dark with Paul and Azar, Paul Pierce and Azar, and they posed the question of do Black women appreciate Black women, and I want to address that. That's what kind of sparked that question, and I want to play the clip from their podcast. Shout out to them, and just to get y'all thoughts on it. And, just to get your thoughts on, do you agree with that? Because there are a lot of women who don't believe that men respect or appreciate women. And I just don't think that that's the truth. I think that it's true. It may be true to some degree because all of this stuff exists. It's just not one way for everybody. I think it definitely applies to those who may be disrespectful to women, just like it applies to the women who are disrespectful to men. Before I continue, put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me fine. I'm sorry. 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me perfectly fine. Because I want to make sure that the audio is good before I continue to yap. Because I get to talking and then, I forget to ask that question and then the audio is crazy. So make sure 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me good. Let's see here. I'll try to put the... Okay, so y'all can hear me good. Okay, good. So yeah, I posed the question. I don't know why. I don't know if the link is working for the second channel, but it's the morning show with DeeDee. Definitely go over and subscribe to that channel if you haven't already. I don't know if that link that I put is working, but please go over and subscribe to that channel. So yeah, so definitely subscribe to that channel, you guys. And also, yeah, I see the poll. I want to play the clip, but let's get into the clip because I'm all over the place. I don't know what I'm focusing on. But please excuse me, y'all. I be trying to do too much. But right, that's what I'm saying. The link is not working, but it's that's what I was trying to fix, I think. It's the morning show with DeeDee. If you just type that in, it should come up. Let me see. I don't know why it's not popping up. Give me a second because I want to make sure you guys get the link. Give me 1 second. Shout out to you, Jamil. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. So I'm gonna pull up the clip and I'm gonna let you guys watch it. That way we can kind of get an idea. We already know how most women think. We already know how a lot of women feel about men and men disrespecting women. But what we don't talk about is the women who disrespect men. That seems to get glossed over. Everybody want to kind of like act as if that doesn't exist or it doesn't matter, but it does. That's the very thing that I like that I talk about on this channel, is because a lot of women do disrespect men and they don't look at it. They're not fazed by it. They're not fazed by it at all. They have no you know what I'm saying? No qualms about it whatsoever. But if a man decided to do that very thing to them, then it's a problem. And I want to talk about that. One minute. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the clip for you guys. So hopefully this one is working. Okay, so now the link is there, you guys. So the link to the second channel, it is working. Go ahead and click that link. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That's the correct link right there. So please go over and subscribe to the second channel, you guys. I will be posting live over there to build that channel up. I will be doing content over there live. So make sure you are subscribed so that you will be able to get the link, get that, be able to be on those live streams, because I want to start posting more on that channel as well. All right, thank goodness I got it. So anyway, shout out to you, Jamil 843. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Says the men that women like don't respect women. LOL. Right. Good point. Exactly. That's why I say it exists. I'm not going to say that all men are respectful to all women and all men. No, but a lot of times the men that certain women go after are the ones who are disrespectful. It's like they pick that type and then they put every man in that category. I say this all the time. Thank you, Jamil. I appreciate the support. Make sure you guys are supporting the channel via Super Chat or Cash App. Also like the stream, you guys. Definitely make sure you are supporting the stream. All right, let's go ahead and get into this clip because I want to talk about it and I want to get your thoughts on it. So make sure you are chiming in the chat. All right, here we go.
Are black women appreciated by men?
Are black women appreciated by men? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like nowadays, I think that other races, like how you do a lot, are more put on a pedestal. And I see that a lot, especially from you. And so I feel like, you know, black women do kind of feel disrespected and they feel underappreciated a lot of the time. Yes, because all I see on the internet is black men downing black women every day. In our comments, it's way more men. I would assume when I started this journey that it would be women hating on women. Every bad negative comment about me is mainly from a man.
Now, that depends on what you're watching on YouTube. That depends on what you're consuming, what you're talking about, because there are a lot of women who bash men for sure. This is all we see. So it depends on what you're looking at, what you're talking about. Because if you're saying things that are appeasing to women, if you're saying things and you are of a like mind with a lot of these women and they agree with you, yeah, you're gonna get positive comments from those women. But if you're saying something that they don't like, because it all depends, it's not a, you know, it's about whether they like what you're saying or not. If they don't like what you're saying, then you're going to get negative comments from women. Women do it all the time. And the men are going to say what women say is bashing or negative. It's a person just not agreeing with them. So when men say, oh, that's why you're single, or, you know, you got this, you know, whatever the comments are based on what's happening, they take that as negative, but a lot of it be the truth, you know, so they'll take the things that's truth and they take it as hurtful because they're offended by it and they don't want to accept the truth. And they'll say, oh, you're bashing women. It's not necessarily bashing. It's just that they're speaking on your actual situation. It's not bashing if it's the truth. You just don't like it. You don't want to be called out on it. You don't want to be, you know, you don't want a person to call out your delusion. And so anytime you do that, it's considered bashing and hatred, but it's really not. You're just not ready to accept your own flaws and change your behavior. And once again, look, it's your personal life, it's your personal business, but when you bring it to social media, it's everybody's business. It's everybody's business. That's just what it is. You open the door for people to have an opinion, and people are entitled to an opinion, whether you like it or not. And whether you choose to entertain it or not is your business. But people are going to have an opinion when you put your business out there. So what women call bashing and hating is not really that. They just responded to what you put out there. That's it. And if you don't want people to do that, don't put it in. They won't have anything to say on those particular things. So yeah, but on the other hand, a lot of women are the ones who literally bash men, talk about how they're dusty, and they're dusty is not a compliment. You know, that could be considered hating or criticizing or putting somebody down. You calling somebody dusty, you calling them, you think short men are lame, calling them lame, and all kinds of things that they say about men. I see a lot of that. And I see women hating on other women as well. So this is why I say the sisterhood is a bunch of BS, because they want to act like, oh, you know, women don't do this and they don't bet. No, maybe that's not your experience, but it does happen. A lot of women definitely straight up talk about men in a negative way, but they think it's acceptable and it's okay. But soon as men respond or have an opinion about them, oh, all hell breaks loose. Oh, this is all they do is bash women and they hate women. No, if they hate women, y'all certainly hate men, because y'all are really going in on the dudes. Y'all just not used to anybody calling it out. And this is why we have to, because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. That means that if you can put it out there, you should be able to accept it when it come back to you. If you can put stuff out there, don't be offended when they respond the way you do. That's all. When they match your energy, accept it or keep it moving. You know what I mean? And they could say the most critical things, but when you say something, oh my God, they're bashing. No, because they're used to being toxic toward men, and you're used to men just sitting there taking it. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting there accepting your BS, and not really having anything to say and just take it and go vent somewhere else. Y'all used to talking shady and disrespectful to men, but now men are saying, we tired of y'all bullshit. We don't want to deal with y'all anyway. So we're going to say how we really feel. Y'all used to men lying to y'all and telling y'all everything sweet and nice. And oh my God, even though you have crusty feet and they smell, oh, you want a man to lick them crusty, nasty feet and make you feel good about them. No, people are tired of doing that because it doesn't benefit them. It doesn't benefit men anymore to be nice to these women. And the thing about it is, what I realize is if you are nice to people, you get that energy back. You get that. I've never really, I've seen some crazy people, but I've never been disrespected on that level. I've never been disrespected. I can't sit here in front. I've never had nobody. Now I've had people catcall and like say little inappropriate things here and there, like, in trying to get my attention and stuff like that. But I've never been grossly disrespected by a man. Because I think it's really your energy. If you are putting out nice energy to people and you pretty much, unless you're dealing with just a straight asshole and nobody ain't worrying about him anyway. But if for the most part, no, because it's your energy. If you're respectful and you're nice for the most part, you're going to get that energy back. People don't just come out the blue and just start calling you names for nothing. No, they match your energy for the most part. Now we're not talking about the random fools that lost their mind or just kind of cuckoo or crazy. No, we're talking about, for the most part, when you are respectful and you carry yourself a certain way, you get that back. I know I have. I can't even front. When you out here attitude and cussing people out, you gonna get that back. But the problem is when you have that attitude, you don't want to get it back. You don't want to reciprocate it to you. You don't like how that feel, but you okay with making other people feel like that. So no, it's just men are matching energies now. They're not trying to play around with y'all. They really not. They really not. They don't care anymore because it's like y'all done showed your hand. You showed men what you are really about and they believe you and now they're moving accordingly. That's just that. And if you don't like that, change your behavior. Liddell Jefferson, thank you so much for the super chat, says the way they act, hell no. Right, exactly. And men don't have to deal with it. They're not blinded by the booty. Well, most of them aren't. Some of them still are, I think. But they're not blinded by the beauty and all that. They like, because they know what that comes with. And if they're not ready to pay everything they got out to these women, these men are trying to move on and do something else because they will drain you dry. Like financial vampires is what we call them. Financial vampires. They will drain you dry and leave you hanging somewhere. They don't want to deal with. That's all they want, money. They're not serious about relationships either. A lot of these particular women. Because some women are, but a lot of the ones that we see, nah, they're just trying to get your money. And that's it. Thank you, Liddell. I appreciate you. Jamil, thank you for the super chat. Says, women self-esteem issue, poor partner selection. Facts. You know what? And Jamil, I think that is part of the reason of how they choose men, how they go about certain men. What they look for in certain men, how they choose has a lot to do with their self-esteem issues, for sure. I was told that somebody told me, and I'm not gonna say who, but somebody told me years ago that they wanted a man who would not care about their past, a man who's never gonna ask them anything about their past and who don't want to know. And I'm thinking to myself as a young girl, like, now that don't sound realistic to me. What man is not going to want to know anything about you? Because that's a part of you. What man is never going to want to ask you about your past or know anything about your past? And why wouldn't you want him to know about your past? And the reason you wouldn't want him to know about your past, because it's seedy. It's a lot of shit you done that you're not happy about, that you want to be buried and you don't want nobody to know about it. So that's why you want a man who's never going to ask you about your past and don't want to know nothing about it. But you got children. Huh? So he not going to ask who the father, where the father is, like what happened between y'all. You expect a man not to be curious about any of that if he got to be in the house with you and them second. This is why they never had nobody. This is why nobody don't ever be in that house with them children, because they really don't want, if you don't want to talk about it, then they don't want to be a part of it. This is why a lot of those women end up single to the end. Because why that is unrealistic to think that you want to be with somebody or somebody want to be with you and take you seriously and never want to know anything about your life or nothing that don't seem right to me. Thank you, Jamil. I appreciate you. That don't seem right to me. It really don't. That just don't make no sense to me. Jamil, thank you once again, says most women never had the truth told to them by men. Oh my God. Exactly. So now that they're getting it, it's bashing. Oh my God, they're bashing women all 24/7. No, y'all just been y'all been having the privilege to sit back and talk shit about men, and men just be quiet. This is why I say men need, I'm happy they're speaking up. I said this before, they need to speak up even more. Don't let them they've been doing that for too long. Just say all kind of shit about the men. The men can't defend themselves. Because even now it's like, oh, take their microphones away. Why you want to take their microphones away, but you want to keep yours? You want to keep yours to continue to spew your hatred toward men, but then you want them to not have a response to it. You want them to be quiet so you can have free reign to say whatever it is that you want, and they say nothing. No, that day is over. This a new day, a new dawn, a new day, and y'all ass is grass. I'm just saying. Thank you, Jamil. I appreciate you. That's what it is. Get it together. Stop talking shit if you don't want nobody to talk it back to you. Just saying. Marriage, politics, and sports, how are you? What's going on? How you been? Thank you for the super chat. Says too many Black American women are insufferable and a huge pain, baby. Especially the single Black women, the single baby, I guess you meant baby mamas, a la the Kendra G show. Yeah, I mean, it's just what it is. They are insufferable. They're sad and they're tired and they don't know what the hell they want and they don't know what they're doing. But all they know is you better have 6 figures. You better have all that money to take care of me and my kids. The F, and then that's what they say. The fuck. That's all they know how to do. Marriage, politics, that's all they know how to do. Cuss, smoke, eat a whole bunch of seafood, just like savages, and I don't know, and claim they ain't settling. Like, come on now, y'all could do better than that. Y'all are supposed to be the most educated women out here. Y'all could do better than that. I want you to do better. That's all. I want you to do better. I know that you're capable of doing it. But what is stopping you? The indoctrination is so deep that it just causing y'all just to go off in a negative way. If I could see it for you, but if you can't see it for yourself, there's nothing that could be done. And it's constantly saying, it's just interesting when I hear women say how men are bashing women so much. They don't see they don't see the women back. It ain't just Black women. To be fair, it's not just Black women. But what I'm saying is, it's just weird for when I see women who say, all I see is men bashing women, and you don't see these women bashing men. I mean, listen, I see a bunch of men responding to the foolery, but I initially it's women who talked about, I don't want this, and I'm not gonna do this, and he better have this, and these men are just this, and then that, and then that, and I don't want these dusters, and don't approach me, and don't smile at me, don't even speak to me. Like, all I see is women complaining, going back and forth, round and round, up and down. And you still losing, you still not winning. So that's what I see first. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. Classy Perspective says that huge doo-doo shaker isn't worth your health and wealth, baby. Right. Right. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. You know, it's like they need to know, though. That's what I'm saying. If everybody just sit back and don't say anything, they're going to keep with the delusion. If nobody ever gives them something to think about other than what they've been prone to think about, they're going to continue the delusion. You have to throw, the wrench in it to wake them up. But the truth wrench, or the truth, something that's going to make them think, well, damn, because I'm not getting the outcomes I want. So maybe I need to do something different. So here's some examples. I know you don't like it. I know you don't want to hear the truth because you've always been lied to your whole life. Everybody just told you what you want to hear. They didn't tell you was too fat. They didn't tell you your toes smell like Cheetos. They didn't tell you, that's too much makeup on your face. You look like a transformer. They didn't tell you that they didn't like them wigs and the BBLs that smell. They didn't tell you had that fat shaking up under your arm and it was annoying. They didn't tell you snore at night. You need a sleep apnea mask because you might stop breathing in your sleep because you're too damn big. They didn't tell you that. They didn't sit there because with the hopes of, oh, I could still get some coochie. There's still a coochie there. So underneath the fat, there's still a coochie. So I could just raise that. Because I ain't got all these many options. You know, a lot of men don't, just to be honest, don't have all them options. So this is an option. I know I can get some of this coochie, even though I don't like the fat stomach cover in it. I don't like the saggy arms. I don't like the breathing hard. I don't like the wigs, the makeup, but damn, at least it's something I know I can get, you know? It's a coochie under there and it might be okay. So at least I can get that. Because without that, I don't know where I'm going to get the next piece of, I don't know if I'm going to get somewhere else. So a lot of men have been settling. The very thing women say that they're doing, a lot of men have been settling because they'd rather settle for that because at least that's consistent something. At least once a week, they know they can get some. Without that, it's like, oh, I might not be able to, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So they'll hold on to that, settling all day. So they're not telling you the truth though. Oh, baby, you beautiful. Oh yeah, you the best thing ever. It's just so they can stay in good graces to get the little coochie that they are getting. But and that women be walking around like they the best thing ever. With all of these issues, you be walking around like I'm the prize. He can't do nothing with me. No, baby. He's settling for you because he understand if I let this go, I might not be able to get consistent. You know, at least I'm getting something somewhat because that's how a lot of men be thinking. So they've always settled. Men have always settled, but they'll be more accepting of it, especially if you're a good person. No, these women but it's boost their head up. This is why I say men have contributed to it. Oh yes. Because these women have not in a way that I think that was necessarily negative, but because they that's what they're to be able to, you know, to have something. But it went to their head. Now they walking around here 500 pounds thinking that they're the best thing since sliced bread. And no, you know, these niggas better be grateful because without me, you ain't this, you're that. And then when the minute you leave them, what? They go live better. You notice when these women leave these men, the men do better. Tia Mowry left her husband. Her husband started doing better, started getting work. Every time they leave them, the men do better. It's like it's like y'all were kind of holding them back. Y'all weren't the best thing for them. Y'all was actually holding them back. And when they broke free of you and they realized, I don't need to settle for this. I'm going to go out and I'm going to just take a chance, and then they do better. And this is why a lot of these women be crashing out. They be crashing out because they're like, oh, he was going to fall apart when I walked away, and he thrived even better. And then now you pissed. Now, if you got a kid with him, now you're going to use that kid as some type of leverage to try to bring him down. It's so clear what's happening. Thank you, Classy. I appreciate you. You know, we see clear as day what y'all doing, and it's just not going to fly anymore. My throat is dry. Captain Caveman, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, women today is incorrigible. I see them and spin away like I'm one of the Jackson 5. Ain't nobody, but that's what a lot of men are saying, Captain Caveman. It's unfortunate, but that's what's happening. They don't want to deal with these women, child. They're like, nah, it ain't worth it. What y'all say, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. Thank you, Captain Caveman. I appreciate you for supporting the channel. Thank y'all so much for supporting. So, you know, it's not about hating and all of that. Not from me. It's about just being honest about it so that you can get a better outcome. Classic Perspective, thank you once again for the super chat. Says 100K of my hard working for an overly used stale steak taco. You know, and that's funny because men are realizing now, they're like, hey, why would I go run and fight to be with somebody that's going to be subpar, and then I got to spend all my money on it? Why would I fight to go pay bills and spend money that I don't have to spend? That is insane. That is crazy. Like, when you think about it like that, they might think, oh, these men are sad. They don't give a damn that y'all calling them sassy. But think about it. Why would you chase after a liability? Who does that? These men are out here trying to work. I'm not talking about the bottom of the barrel who they keep running to. I'm talking productive men in society who are out here working and trying to benefit themselves and get better. It doesn't benefit you to go chasing behind a liability. Why would you chase to pay somebody else's bills? Chase to do everything for them when you just, that's not, and there's no benefit from it. That's not going to benefit you. And then they're like, well, wow, these men are different. Yeah, because y'all different. Y'all y'all different. So if y'all are different, it forced them to be different because the way you are forces them to be something different. Y'all are not traditional women. You make that clear. You're independent boss chicks. Don't need a man. I don't need a man. I want them. So, well, why would they run behind you if you don't need them? Y'all don't understand men. And them not understanding men is why they're going to be single. And why a lot of men going to be single too, because you're not going to have anybody to choose from. But that's really you being single by choice because you're not choosing to run behind what you call stale stale used taco meat. I'm just saying. To me, y'all gonna make the choice because the women are there. Women outnumber men. So the stale taco meat is there, but y'all are choosing not to go run behind it. So if anything, the men are choosing to be single because they don't want to deal with stale taco meat. The women are pissed that y'all don't want to run behind stale taco meat. You know what I'm saying? Because they're the ones putting up all the expectations and all these standards that they want you to follow. And men are saying, hell to the no, I'm not doing that. I'm not wasting my time. The juice is not worth the squeeze. So they got to do something better. I'm just saying. Thank you, Classy. I appreciate you. So, Jamil also says, she a dictator. Do what and only what I tell you. Child, who's trying to do that shit now in 2025, almost 2026? Ain't nobody trying. Nobody should do that. I'm just saying that ain't worth it. No. If y'all can't come to some type of amicable understanding and agreement and work together, it is not worth it. And y'all know I'm all for marriage and relationships, but I also don't think that anybody should have to deal with somebody. I don't think that you have to like take somebody's BS and that's what it's supposed to be. And as a man, you're expected to take a woman's bullshit and she just could be without her ever trying to change or do better. That's just who she is. She just nasty attitude. She's just a, with a dictator. She's just that. And that's how it's going to be. And she can do whatever she wants, but she control what you do. No, they wouldn't even put up with that. They don't even want that. So why do you expect men to do that? No, if you're not willing to come to the table and work with the person y'all work things together and figure it out together, it is not worth it. I'm just saying. It's not. Thank you, Jamil. I appreciate you. Yeah. I mean, it's just what it is, and I'm like, if these women don't wake up, then that's just them. That'll be your life. Chris, Creative, thank you for the super chat. Says, after visiting South America, I can't settle. Also, leaving the house with bonnets, house shoes, jelly rolls, and tight clothes and wigs at 30. No. All right. I know. That's a no. I know that's right. But see, that's what I'm saying. They need to realize that is not it. You want a rich man looking like that, walking around thinking you the best thing since sliced bread, bonnets, what'd you say, jelly rolls, tight clothes, just, fat everywhere. And my thing is this. If you fat and you got fat everywhere, like why let it hang out? Girl, go until you lose weight. Go get you some undergarments to hold that in and make yourself look presentable. I just saw a lady the other day. She was outside at a festival, and I mean fat everywhere, hanging down, fat off her legs, fat off her stomach, fat off the arms, fat off the neck, fat off the back, fat off the ankles, fat everywhere, just out with it all showing. Like it was the sight for sore eyes. And I'm not even being mean because see, that's what I'm saying. We can't point it out. They comfortable going out like that. You comfortable going outside like that? I look. I got a little extra little weight in my tummy area. You think I'm gonna go outside and with it just out? And it's not even that much, but I'm saying like I wouldn't even feel comfortable wearing a 2-piece swimsuit with that out. I would wear 1 piece like I'm not, but to each his own. If you comfortable going out like that, that's fine. But that don't mean when I see it, I'm gonna be like, oh girl, yeah, you do that, girl. To hell with everybody else say. Girl, do you be comfortable in your skin? I don't have to think like that. I don't have to be forced to be like lie and tell you, ooh, girl, you look good, girl. Yeah, you doing it, girl. And in my mind, I'm like, God damn, fat everywhere, all over the place. Why I gotta lie? You want the lie. The lie is make you feel good, but That's why I love this question. They asked this woman on the Fresh and Fit podcast. They asked her if she could switch bodies with Lizzo, would she do it? She got quiet and she was smiling. Oh, you think she look good? Well, Lizzo look much better now. She losing weight. But before that, she was asked if she could, would she switch bodies with Lizzo? And she said no. But y'all know you don't want that big old body. But then you be like, oh yeah, you look good. Lying. They love to lie to you. And I don't want to lie to you. I'd rather tell you the truth. That's the difference with me and the sisterhood, because the sisterhood is full of lies and bullshit. I don't want to. That's why I don't fit in, because I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have to be mean about it, but I'm not going to lie to you. Girl, I know that outfit look crazy. You get something to fit your body. If you are a little overweight, there are ways you can dress to make you look better. Everybody's not the same size, but you have to dress for your shape and your size. You know, I've seen some big girls look good. The way they dress and put together, they look nice and they look, put together. But then you go outside with all that, all hanging out and stuff. That is not cute. It's not cute. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. Captain Caveman says, cooch smelling like Spam and EBT crab legs. Oh no, Lord Jesus Christ. Oh my God, Lord. Ooh, child. Listen, don't even go there, because baby. And then that big and you're not good on hygiene. Ooh, because I've smelled some really, like, you people pass you or you go, oh Lord, it'd be bad. Like, oh my God, that's a whole nother, Lord have mercy, just move, and it's like a whiff of a fish house or something. I don't know. It's just that's a whole nother topic. The women's bathroom be smelling bad. So I'm just like, what be going on? Like, y'all don't soap and water, y'all know how to clean. Like, what be happening? That's a whole nother story, Captain Caveman. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Ciao. Baby, it be, that's like, Divine Photos, what's going on? How are you? Thank you for the super chat. It says, Black men do love everything about Black women in spite of the shenanigans. I would even say Black men are more empathetic than Black women to a degree. We was talking about this the other day. I think for sure Black men are more empathetic than women, for sure. For sure. We were just talking about that. This is why men have not called these women out, because men are more empathetic, and they'll be more willing to just look over certain things and not look at it so harshly. But women, a lot of women are the opposite. They're gonna call it like it is. They don't care if they hurt your feelings. And it's not all of them, not all, but some don't mind hurting your feelings to tell you exactly what it is, because they think as a man you should be toughen up, and you should be tough enough to be able to handle it. So they just tell you, this, that, your hairline is this, or you need this, or don't wear this, or that don't look right. But if they put on a dress and they like it, and you say, that dress is not flattering for your shape, oh my God, their head gonna spin around like the Exorcist. They're not gonna want to hear that, because they like, I like it. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with you that you don't like it? You know what I'm saying? They'll try to change your opinion because they don't like your opinion. But they will quickly give you their opinion. And they don't spare anything. Your hairline is too pushed back. You might as well go bald. You know what I'm saying? Or that outfit, them shoes don't look good with them pants. Take it off. Them pants too tight. That shirt look like, don't look right. It's too tight. Wear this, wear that. Change your belt. Shoe this, that color on. They'll tell you, but you can't really be honest with them. You can't tell them because they're gonna take offense to it. Thank you, Divine Photos. I appreciate you. Captain Caveman says, tell them how you really feel, D. Yeah, I mean, it's just what it is. They don't be ready. That's why I don't be liking me, because I'm not mean. I'm not mean at all. I'm cool with everybody. Like, even and people be like, oh, well, you bash women. No, I have a problem. I don't have a problem with women. There's some cool chicks out there that, like, that I rock with, and I don't have a problem with anybody. I could have a conversation with you. I don't care what you believe in, what you don't believe in, whatever. We can have, I don't have a problem with anybody. But when it comes to these issues, I got to keep it as real as I possibly can, because it's not helping. And as long as it's not helping lying to people, that I don't think you should lie. I think you get more benefit from being honest with folks because they can change things. As long as they're in this delusional mindset, thinking that they're right and thinking that it's good, they're going to continue to go like that. I've watched women lie to other women. I've watched women lie to them. And when I'm looking back, I'm like, that's a damn shame. Why would you lie? Have these people going out here really thinking that what you're saying is the truth. Like, oh, girl, you look so good. Wear that outfit. And then they sit back and they're undercover and underhanded and conniving and sit back and laugh at her as she walks off because you know you just lied to her and she look a hot mess, but you laughing about it. This is why I say that sisterhood and these so-called women friends and friendships is a bunch of bullshit. I know the nature of women. That's why I don't fool with too many of them, which, like I said, as long as we're in a, it's a cordial situation. I could work. I'm cool with everybody, but all these so-called deep friendships with women, nah. I could work with you and be cool with you and all of that. But when I know your nature, like because I can accept who you are. That's the thing. I don't have a problem with people having an opposing view or opposing opinion. I don't look at it. I don't take it personal. Like I'm not going to personally attack you for your personal view that's different from mine. Nah, because it doesn't affect my life. That's your life. You have to live it the way you see fit. So I'm not going to be offended by that. I don't have a problem with working with people who have different views as I do. As long as you don't try to force your views on me, I won't force mine on you. But you will know how I feel about certain things, just like I'll know you. So I know that's in whatever realm that is, this is how you think, this is how I think. Okay, outside of that, it's not a problem. I don't look at it. I don't take it personal. I really don't. Because at the end of the day, you're going to go home to your life and what you believe, and I'm going to go to mine, and that's it. That's it. We don't have to live together. We don't have to, so it's not that deep for me. Thank you, Captain K-Man, once again. So yeah, that's how I look at it. Jamil says, love when the New Orleans pop out. LOL. Thank you. I appreciate you. Let's get back into this video. Here we go.
I rarely see a woman comment negative. And I didn't know men were so catty like that. And so quick to want to put a Black woman down. Like, she's trash. She's this, she's that. She's like the most horrible things you can think of. And I'm like, who raised y'all? Because I come from a generation and my dad and how I was taught, like, I never see my dad talk down on a woman like that. Even if he can't stand this motherfucker, he's not going to sit in my face and pillow talk about another woman or bring her down. He probably did it behind in his own room, like this bitch, but it was never that. And I feel like Black women, all I see on the internet is how white women are better. American, non-American women are better. This and that are better. And it's like, have your preference, but don't bring us down while you're doing it. If you want to be with a woman.
That's some bullshit because women do the same thing. That's BS. They use that because you don't want men to say anything. You don't want them to compare. When y'all compare all the time, you compare all the time. Well, they do it all the time, but you don't want them to compare you because you don't like it. Like I say, once again, everything is about what women like versus what they don't like. You're so used to men lying to you and make you feel good. So now that they're not doing it, oh, well, don't compare us to y'all do the same thing. Women do the same thing. You compare Black men to white men. There's videos of it. A Black man will get you pregnant and leave. What she say? A Black man will get you pregnant and leave you and don't pay for the bill. Don't do this. A white man, he's going to make sure you're good. And he's going to do. Yes, they definitely compare. Which is crazy to me because I don't believe it's about white and Black. I think it's about the person themselves. And your color has nothing to do with it. It's about who you are as a person and your beliefs and what you think and if you're an asshole or not. Like, do you want to cater to a woman? Do you not? Like, do you believe in doing that? Like, it boils down to you and your preferences and your standards and what you believe in and all of that. That ain't got nothing to do with your color. There are a lot of white male deadbeats. There are white men who are deadbeats who don't take care of their kids. All y'all gotta do is go over to the whatever podcast and look at a lot of the women who say, a lot of those white young ladies on there who say they go around the table. Are your parents together? No, my parents are together. I don't know my dad. I've never met my father. He's never been in my life. This is not just a Black thing. Go over there and watch them podcasts. Go check out some of the videos and we ask them questions to those ladies. A majority of them don't have their fathers in their lives, and their parents are not together. So it's happening everywhere too. So everybody ain't now. Why they're not together, I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but I'm just saying when they say, "Oh, he's never been in my life," never. You know what I'm saying? So why? So they don't have deadbeats over there? It's just crazy to me. Let's continue.
That's not American or not white, do that. But stop referencing it to a black woman. Because when black women get with white men, they're not talking about black men are trash. They're just loving and living their life with this white man, period. And it's like, you don't have to sit here and down the other race because you don't want to fuck with them. You don't have to do that. At the end of the day, if you want to mess with a white woman and an Asian woman and this woman, go do that and leave us out of the conversation. Period, point blank. And I think that that's what the women are frustrated about. And if we have an opinion on this, we're aggressive. See, she has too much of opinion. That's why they don't like you. That's because you talk too much. You're loud. Okay.
Well, this is the thing too. And the reason why.
But before he finished, well, if you don't want them to have an opinion or to say, you got to stop having an opinion about them. If women would shut up about men, then I don't think you would hear from men. Because we in the past, we didn't hear from men. We didn't hear men talking about it. They didn't discuss their issues. If they felt the way about you, a lot of them didn't say it. They would go and deal with it however they dealt with it. Whether they talk to their homeboys or whatever they do, they didn't tell you because they didn't want you to really know how they felt. Because if they knew, maybe you would get pissed about it. And then he don't get no loving. Because when the women get mad, somehow they don't want to give up no loving. So they would be quiet about it. They've always been quiet about it. But now they're saying something and now y'all want them to go back to being quiet, but y'all want to keep talking. Goes back to them saying, oh, take that podcast, the male podcast away. Take their microphones because you don't want them to have a voice because it's going to expose you. But you want to keep having a voice. Y'all want to keep talking about men and why men don't do this. You don't want them, but you're still concerned about them and what they do and how they think and why this and why that. But then you don't want them to do the same for you. You don't want them to really tell what their experiences were with you. So you can't have it. You can't have it that way. If you want to be able to say your thoughts and feelings about men, they'll have the right to do it too. Let's continue.
Black women get so much hate is because how we, on our TV shows, across these platforms, how people look at us. So when you start they look at us like an ignorant group of people.
Right.
And especially like when you look across the platforms and you start looking at the Real Housewives of whatever, and we glorify the shaking that ass. We glorify the fighting. We glorify the talking about each other. I'm talking about like black women. We glorify it.
You know that white women do
and
that
the
too,
ratings,
though.
And the ratings are off the chain too.
You know that white women do that too, though.
It's not
Jersey Shore, the housewives of like Pontiac or the other housewives of Beverly Hills is white women. It's not black women on that at all. So I'm letting.
But when you address that it's white women that do it, does that make it okay for you to do it? Is what I'm saying. Why, when it's a comparison between white women and black, see, they compare too. See, white women, black, when men say, I would prefer another race because y'all are acting wild, it's a problem. But they do the same thing, like I said. But then, so if they act a fool, which I've seen them pull extensions out, child, they pulled the lady prosthetic leg off, baby. In one of them housewives shows, she went over and took the lady leg off. So yeah, they be wilding out. But what I'm saying, so if they do it, that makes it okay for you to do it. You supposed to act a hot mess, and why are you worried about what everybody else is doing? You're going to be scrutinized harder for it as a black person. They could do some of the same stuff, but they're not going to be looked at the way you're looked at. Yours is going to be looked at a lot much harsher and judged a lot much harsher, and you're going to be put at the forefront of it all. Theirs going to be covered up. People are always going to justify it for them. Y'all know how to go, but it's like you give ammunition to make it worse. Why would you even want to present yourself in that way? But then when you get scrutinized, oh, well, they do it, so it's okay for you. Like, come on. And why do you want to act that way? October Black, thank you for the super chat, says, these women had years of talking down on men, and now that men can do the same, now they can't handle it. Boom. Straight up. They can't. They don't know to do themselves. That's exactly the truth. They've been talking about. As far as a child, I could, men ain't this and they dogs and they this and that. I've never heard women say good things about men. This is why it's so uncommon and unpopular to say good things about your man. You get on. So thank you, October Black. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. The minute you get on social media and you say, you know what, I have a good man. My man is this. He does that. He's a protector. He's a provider. He's a good dude. They don't like that somehow. They don't like that. She'll pick me. Because she said women can't get on social media and say they say good things about their men. These women start rolling their eyes and getting pissed. I'm like, they're not used to that. They're used to hearing their mamas, their grandmamas say, all these niggas ain't this and they that, and you don't trust them, and they're all negative. You rarely hear women say good things about. You rarely heard it growing up. I know I didn't hear it. Everything, justification for the women and all the blame on the men. They've been doing it. And you never hear from the men. Women, it could be your mom and your daddy. They break up. And you don't hear from your daddy. He go on his life and you never know what really happened. But all you hear is with the mama. You hear her side. You hear the mother's side, but you don't hear the man's side. You don't never hear from the daddies. You never hear from the daddies. You never hear from the daddies, saying, oh, this is what happened. Or this is why this and da, da, da. You never really hear. My daddy is dead, right? Been, dead a long time ago. But so you never hear. And even if they're alive, you still don't ever get their perspective. And a lot of times it's when you older, you get grown, and then you go and you talk to them and you get a whole different side of the story. We know there's two sides of the story, sometimes three. But all you ever hear is the mother's perspective. Oh, and her perspective, I can guarantee you, is always he wasn't shit. Or he was down bad and he didn't do this and he didn't do that. But you never hear nothing negative about her till you talk to the daddy. Or your mama was cheating and your mama was out here in these streets and she didn't want to do right. And I had to do this for you and I had to do that. Then we broke up. Then she ran from you. She didn't let me know where you was at. I was trying this and that. Then you start hearing all of that. It's just how it goes. They've never been one. This accountability thing goes deep. You can never hold a woman accountable. It's always going to be Jermaine's fault. Always. So it has to change. It can't always be Jermaine's fault when you had a part to play in it too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's not, it should never have been a one-sided thing, but that's how they want it to continue. They want the same thing, but they want to tack on these entitlements. Oh, you got to bring this, you got to do this, you got to do all that, but y'all ain't never changed. Y'all still the same way. A lot of women walk by air be stank. You ain't lying. Or they call it a sit down win. You just bop down and that air pop up, you next spot and pop up and you're like, what is that? Like, yeah. That you ain't lying, Jamil. That Jesus, Lord, it's the truth. It really is. Thank you for the super chat, but we're not supposed to address that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the super chat. But it's a real thing. It's a real thing. So, yeah. Jamil also says most women want a mute lap dog. It's, you know what? It's sad that thank you, Jamil 843. I appreciate the super chat. That's sad. That's sad. That's sad to me. I just think that's unfortunate. It really is. And that's how they treat men a lot of times and have treated men like, oh, you just give me your money. Just what you here for. Pay for the shit, pay for the, like that's why I said, baby, it's a lost society. Like, come on now. That's all they look at men as wallets, what you can buy, like all that, nothing else. It's unfortunate. Thank you, Jamil. I appreciate you. Quantum Solace, how are you? Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, what the hell is she talking about? All them brothers who are athletes who married or in relationships with white women, them brothers didn't say a word to sisters, yet sisters all on social media talking. Exactly. They be living their lives. And the women are the ones who have something to say. But that's why I say women don't see themselves. Or if they do, they're in denial. This is why I call them delusional. Because nothing applies to you. You're entitled. Nothing applies to you because you're a woman. I'm a woman. And on top of that, I'm a black woman. So being a woman means what? You're entitled and you're supposed to be special? Like, no, like, come on, y'all fought for equality. You're equal to a man, remember? So stop with the entitlements. Nobody owes you nothing. Just like you don't owe anybody nothing, they don't owe you nothing because you're a woman. And then as a black woman, now it's a black woman, you're even more entitled. Like, come on now. They don't make no sense. Thank you, Quantum Solace. I appreciate you for the support. Mauricio 91, thank you for the super chat. Says, gonna make a t-shirt. Ask your daddy why he left. Exactly. Hell, I might make that, Mauricio. Ask your daddy why he left. Ask him. Ask him why he left. Because a lot of times, you'll be surprised by the answer. Did he just up and leave? Did he make a family just up and leave? Not necessarily. Was he and your mama really together? Were they really together? Well, probably not. Was it a one night stand? Huh? She didn't even know his name. Like, what was going on? Did he even know he had a child? Because that happens too, where they don't even tell him. But then say, oh, he's a deadbeat. The same way they got Brittany Renner on there lying about the amount of child support she was getting. These women lie about all kinds of stuff. Because allegedly, Brittany Renner was lying about the amount of money on that podcast. She said a while back that she was getting $2,500 or something a month for her child or something like that. But she was actually getting, I think, about what they saying, $5,500 or whatever. And she got a lump sum also. So women lie. Yes, they do. They do lie. You can't believe everything that they say. Thank you, Mauricio. I appreciate you. So yeah, they be lying about the past, but they want you to feel sorry for them and believe it so they can continue lying and make you feel sorry for them and put them on a pedestal. Captain Caveman says a black man gotta look like Denzel, Idris Elba, and Tyrese to get their respect. Meanwhile, a white man can look like Jack Black and they fall in line. Exactly. We was talking about this the other day too. Yeah, it could be any old sloppy man, as long as he white. Oh, he'll do. In fact, thank you, Captain Caveman, for the super chat and for your comment. But yeah, there's a man, and I can't find his video for nothing. White man on. If y'all see that, if y'all can find that video, please send it to me. If you saw it or if you see it, there's a white man on social media who was saying black women are fighting to be with him. Now I'm looking at him, and he wasn't, the best looking I've seen, but he even said, "I'm not nothing special. I don't have all this money and I don't have all this or whatever." But he said he asked black women, why do they want to be with him? Do you want to be with me just because I'm white? And he said, yes. They said, yes. Baby, I almost flipped out of my chair. He said that the black women that approach him said they just after him because he white. He ain't got to make six figures. He don't got to be fit. He don't have to look all that good. He's white. So, any old white man is better than black men is what they're saying. And then they'll get him because next thing you know, they're going to have matching outfits. Hell, he probably be lost a little weight. They go get him a haircut. They show him the ropes and how they be doing TikTok dances together, dressed, color coordinated and everything. They go build that boo. They won't build a boo with a black man, but they're going to build with that one because they think he's special. You know what I'm saying? And they telling you, that man wasn't even interested in black women. Most of them are not. But if you're going to throw that over there, some of them might, get some, because they ain't going to have no problem getting the coochie. Oh, you're going to give it to, throw it at them. Get the coochie, give what they want, get a few dollars out of them, all of that, and then they leave you alone. Because they don't really be wanting you for real. But they'll give that a chance over and over and over, but you won't give your black brothers a chance. And you just dismiss them, put them down. Oh, there's no, they're at the point of no return. We can't work with them. But you go over there, a lot of them people be, and it's not all, once again, this is not all. Some of them, they be on drugs. They been on drugs over for 6 years back. I mean, not 6 years, 6 months, but drinking, drugging, like doing all kinds of stuff. How they pick up trucks, living in a trailer park. I'm just saying. They be struggling. They don't make no money working at Home Depot or something, or Waffle House or something like that, or Denny's, or doing like little side hustle work. Like nothing wrong with people living their life. But what I'm saying is they don't be these top tier making all this money that they expect from black men, but they'll give them a chance. That's crazy as hell to me. Thank you, Captain Caveman. I mean, that's crazy, baby. Latrell, thank you for the super chat. Says women are not failing to heal. They're choosing not to heal because it would eliminate advantages they've become dependent upon. Right. Thank you, Latrell M, for the super chat. Yeah, it's sort of like when I say they don't want to change or take any accountability because it would cause you to have to do something different. And when you do something different, you know, you got to change from your old ways in order to start some new ones. And sometimes it's hard to do because there are certain advantages that they have become accustomed to by doing that. So if you out here, that's like being a 304, you got all these mini-year rotation. Well, that's opportunities for you to get money from all those mini-year rotation. Even if they're not giving you a whole lot of money, if you got a bunch of mini-year rotation, there's a bunch of more chances that you can get your rent paid, you can get some food, you can get something from that, you know, and depending on who they are and how much money they have, you have better opportunities dealing with all these different men, like, you know, selling yourself basically to get things that you need. If you're just dealing with one dude, there's less opportunities for you to get all the stuff that you want from that one guy. So you need 10, 20, 15, 20, 25, 30 men so that you can have a high enough rotation so that you can get everything that you need paid and you don't have to come out your pocket with nothing. That's more beneficial for women who moving like that. But then they be running around talking about, oh, ain't no good men out here. I can't find a good man. Who's gonna want to deal with you? What you got with all these men in rotation? The men ain't stupid. They realize you got men in rotation, and that's why they don't take you seriously. Thank you, Latrell. I appreciate you. So yeah, you know, there is some. I do agree that there is some benefit to that. Captain K Man once again says, not the Waffle House. wherever they be working regular jobs, you know. Thank you, Captain K Man. Hell, shit, wherever a job is a job. But a lot of these women don't see it that way, you know. Let's continue.
You know, there's a lot of housewives that are not, the one you know is basketball wives. I'm talking about the real housewives of Beverly Hills is all white women throwing drinks at each other, cursing each other out. But guess what? It is not as bad because they're white, right? It's not as aggressive. It's not as ghetto. It is not as raunchy because they're white women doing it. Black women are always held to a way higher standard. We always have to prove why we deserve to have a seat at the table. We always have to prove that we deserve to be here. No matter, we always have to be way more classier than you. A white girl can come in here half naked and I can come in here with a little titty showing, and guess what? I'm a whore. Like, it's always going to be this comparison, and I think that Black women are tired of being compared. Do I agree with you that culturally Black people are doing too much, shaking ass and this and that? Yes, I don't think you're wrong. Like Zeus Network and Jocelyn's Cabernet and all of that stuff is out of line.
This is the thing. When you're American culture,
yeah,
you're being more watched than anybody. Like, when you think about culture in America, who sets the trends? Who sets the tone for how we dress, how we look, how we act, how we run, how we play sports? It's us.
Yeah, I agree.
So we're already up here as far as eyeballs watching us. So then people around the world are going to assume, just like from watching us on every microscope and every camera and every national platform, that's how we are. But we don't do us no favors by putting more shows out there like the Cosbys or just like a classy housewives of this show. No, we want the drama, and we feed off the drama because that's where the money is. Now it's about clout. It's about who can make the most noise, who could get the most attention, and we become attention whores for the money. It's just, if that's the only way that Black women can make money, and I'm not saying that is the only way, but like when they're throwing dollars at Black women being ignorant to one another, it feeds into it.
Yeah, I can.
And that's what people see.
I can agree with that.
And now that's our perception of one another, and that's why we're looked at as a race, and that's how Black women are looked at for that perception of being ignorant and men not wanting them from other races. Because
and then on top of that, though, nobody's forcing you to do that. They sign up for it willingly. You go into it not having a problem with doing that. So it's nobody forces it upon you. They don't care about their image. You don't care how other people see you. And once again, there's no justification for it just because you think, oh, well, they could go out and be ignorant and ghetto, so we could do it too, knowing that you're going to be scrutinized much, much harder. So why would you even want to present yourself in that way for $1? It's like selling yourself short for $1. And then complain about why you're being viewed in such a negative way. And it's not just even reality TV or anything like that. Not even that, because that's part of it, but it's also just how you act on a daily basis, how you act in your own home, how you act in, just in regular circumstances, how when you show up places, how your attitude, how you treat people, how you look at people, sometimes looking down on folks. None of that is cute. None of that is a good reflection on who you are as a group or a person and as a whole. Because if you have a bunch of women who act like that and they're snooty and, oh my God, looking down on you through their nose, looking down on people because you think that you're a bet, that's not a good way to be. And then when you show your true ratchet colors, nobody could have a say. Nobody can't say anything. You just got to accept it. And this idea, this another thing that's crazy to me. The idea that if you make good money, that's an excuse for poor behavior. I think I don't give a goddamn who you are, how much money you make. I'm not going to let you disrespect me. I'm not going to let you talk to me crazy. You can go somewhere with that. I'm not going to look at you and accept a certain type of behavior just because you make money. Just because you make a certain amount of money, I'm supposed to look at you and say, what, you make a lot of money, so just talk to me any kind of way you want. No, you can go do that to somebody else. Hell no, I'm not accepting that. And I think far too often, everything now is attributed to money. Well, I got money, it's this and that, so my behavior it is what it is. Like so that's just nasty. And that's why men and women and nobody want to deal with people like that. Because it's like, come on, you don't have to be like that. The money shouldn't have anything to do with who you are as a person. But unfortunately, it does. A lot of people think that money, is a reason they could just do whatever they want. And I never like that. And that goes to celebrities and everybody who think, because a lot of them think like that too. Like if they hot and they big, and they making it, they could just look at you like you ain't nothing, or, talk crazy to you. And, I'm like, nah, I don't care who you are. No, I don't think that is appropriate behavior. If you want respect from people, you got to give it. If you ain't giving it, you gonna get what you give. If you disrespectful, then all bets are off. You gonna get disrespected back. And some people go really low. And then this is when fights break out, because you ain't gonna like what people got to say, because you're sitting here thinking you're the best thing since sliced bread. And when people look at you, they're like, there's all kind of things they could point out about you that will tear you apart, because people around you are lying to you, telling you you're so great. When you point out you got a dent in your head, or your body is crooked, or you start really oh my God, look at you got big, bad skin. You got craters in your face, like, or just really being honest with you. Because there's a lot of people with money who got a lot of, because they're human beings. You know what I'm saying? They're not robots. They're people idolize money and people with it. So if you got a certain level of status, money and status, then now people deem you special. But they're not, because they're regular human beings. By society, yeah, they may be looked at, but those people can be broken down. And no amount of money and surgery can change that. You get around these people who are deemed so special because they make so much money. Look at them closely. They be insecure themselves. They got to see themselves every single day. They analyze themselves from head to toe, and they looking at themselves. And they know their flaws. They know what they got. Now, if you used to be around them and you start calling out the flaws with them, you would tear them apart. They won't want you around at all. This is why they got a lot of yes men and a lot of people who just cater to their feelings and tell them they're great all day, 24, because they know they're not for real, or they don't feel like they are. They know that they might not be the most physically attractive or have some issues, but they don't want to talk about it. They want people to just hype them up and make them feel good. But they know themselves when they look in the mirror what they see. And a lot of times they don't like what they see. And then they take that out on other folks. So, that's why I say you got to work on yourself. Your money, you have all that money in the world, you still be insecure. You still don't like yourself. So that's why you have to do the inner work. It's not just about the money. The money can help you change things about yourself, but it still doesn't change how you feel inside. Like, and with women, it's a lot of feelings. So if you don't feel good, you don't think you look good, it's a problem. You could cut your face all day, you still don't like it. But if somebody was around you telling you, oh my God, how they really feel about you, it would eat them alive. Mauricio says, was it systemic racism, or was it our own women? If y'all answer that question. What he's asking, was it systemic racism, or was it our own women? I mean, systemic racism exists. I mean, it's not like it doesn't. And I don't initially think it started with our own women for sure. But I think now, fast forward, they have a lot to do with it. You know, you don't really need racism from others or, certain, you know, a certain mindset. I think a lot of our women have been conditioned to think a certain way that is not really positive towards our own. It's definitely negative. So it's like it was started, but not by our women. I don't believe. But then they're like finishing it up. They're keeping it going, keeping it alive, in a sense. That's my thoughts on it. But y'all let me know in the comments, in the chat. Thank you, Mauricio. I appreciate you. Mauricio also says black women and family court have effectively accomplished what Jim Crow 94 crime bill, sundown towns, and KKK never could. They destroyed the black family. Exactly. Exactly. So that's why I say it's gotten to this point, you know, this feminist mindset, how they think about black, that's what they've like perpetuated it. You don't really need anybody else to come in and do or say anything. Just listen to a lot of these so-called college educated women, and oh boy, it sounds like, you know what I mean, they've been indoctrinated into thinking this way. And it's unfortunate, but it's absolutely the truth. Thank you, Mauricio 91. I appreciate you. Master A says women don't go around talking crazy to men. Women don't go around talking crazy to men no more. Okay. Thank you, Master Ace. I appreciate you. I mean, listen, I just saw a woman the other day cussing a man out, like talking to him. I don't think she knew him. She was mad about something. He didn't do nothing. He just walked off. He stood there and listened to her, and then he walked off. He looked at her, and she was talking crazy to him. And I don't think she even knew the man. But you could have sworn that that they knew each other or whatever. But she didn't. She was talking, cussing him out. And I'm like, what happened? Like, what really happened to make her cuss that man out like that? And he just walked away, baby. So I don't know about that. Thank you for the super chat. Narratives and Dialogue says, love you, DeeDee, but I must disagree. There are more black men dating outside their race for the color, and not all have a valid reason other than that. So there are more black men dating outside their race for the color, and not all have a valid reason other than that. Well, good luck to them. You know what I'm saying? I believe you. I believe it exists. Like I say, I think everything that I talk about or what people talk about, I think it exists in some way, shape, or form. It's all existent. There are black men who date outside their race for whatever reason. There are women who date out for whatever. Just like, growing up, I would hear women say they want to have a baby with a white man because they want their babies to come out with good hair. I've heard that growing up since I was like 10 years old. I was like, I want a baby for a white man, not because you want him to have a good relationship with him, but to have a baby with him, to become a single mother. Just listen to that. So that your child can have good hair, child. That was a big thing back in the day. Big thing. And there wasn't a whole bunch of them that was able to do that, but a few of them did it. And then they became single mamas. They weren't in a relationship with the man. They didn't get married and build a family with the man. They wanted it to have a child, to create a broken home so that the child could have good hair. This is what we've grew up with. Like, I'm like, come on. I never thought it made sense, but this is what a lot of women used to say. They want a child with good hair. And then you'll see, I actually saw it. You'll see a woman with 4 kids. 3 of the kids look like her, and whatever baby daddy she had the child with, they'll have like short hair, typical black kids in the hood, short hair, our texture hair, in pigtails, and all the children look different. And then one of the kids look white, light skin, super light skin with long hair, long curly hair, because that child has a father that's white, and none of the fathers are in the children's lives. So she didn't, because her priorities weren't there for that. That's not what she was looking for. She wanted to have a baby with a man to have good, the child have good hair, or have babies with men with, white. That's what you say. I want a baby with a white man so my baby can have good hair. And that's it. Not because you want a relationship, you know what I'm saying, and establish something. That was the mindset. So I have no doubt that it's being done on both sides. But I mean, whatever your goal is, that's your mission, that's your goal, that's your business. But it's being done on both sides. Thank you, Narratives and Dialogues. I appreciate you for the support. Thank you so much. Classic perspective. Thank you once again for the super chat. It says my mother had me raised around upper class people, and from that point, I learned their class and that class and middle and lower. Trust me, you want to stay in the middle in terms of society. Thank you, Classy. I appreciate you for the super chat and for the support. Thank you so much. Baby, let's continue.
Because of that, but it's entertaining.
But I will say that I see a lot of women with these other races now, and I've seen a lot of it recently, and I'm like, okay, these other races are messing with these women, and these black women are going to these other races, and they're feeling like appreciated or whatever the case may be, is what I have seen from a lot of people these days. So I do see that there's a shift, and I was actually just thinking about it the other day. I'm like, look, if you're happy somewhere else and you want to be with a different race, do that. I don't think there's any problem with that. I'm a biracial product of a biracial parents. So I can't even hate on that at the end of the day. But I think the bigger problem is with this platform, we have to make sure that we're creating unity more than separation. Like, what are the things? How can we problem solve this? What are the things that we can do to close the gap between black men and black women? How can we be more united at the end of the day? You know, and I think that that's really, really important. And I think that's something that we should focus on more, because every day on the internet, all you see is why this person is, why women don't love, why. What are the solutions? We see everyone is very problem-based.
Like, out of all of our role models,
Yeah.
like our top women, like
Yeah.
in this generation,
Yeah.
like who are our popular top women and what do they talk about?
Michelle Obama, she has a podcast.
No. This generation don't relate to her. She's older. They're not following Michelle Obama. Maybe the older generation is. They're following Sexy Red, Cardi B. They're following what are Glorilla.
Yep.
They're following Megan Thee Stallion. What do they talk about? Shaking their ass, popping that pee, dressing like this.
Right.
And our kids are watching this.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
So like who is the face? Who is the face for this generation? Those are the faces that the kids look up to. They turn on the TV. This is what they say. They don't have to turn on the TV no more. We're going to our phone. And now this is what we got on us 24 hours a day to look at this. Oh, damn. We just saw Cardi right there. We just saw Megan. We just saw Sexy Red. Oh, she said this. We can't be hypocrites to this, dog.
Right. And I mean, we have to, that's what I'm saying. If you can't just say, oh, disregard what has happened and then ignore all of the issues, the systemic issues that have occurred, and then just jump to, oh, everybody's so divided and this and that. But you gotta focus on what got you here and then start working on things that will help to change the mentality. Once again, it's how you think. How you think creates how you move and what you do. If your mentality is stuck on these are your role models, this is why you see everybody coming out here with the little bitty shorts on and the big name, gold name plates or silver name plates and the bust down red, blonde or weave and the big glasses and the jewelry, the fake jewelry, and acting like thoughts and heat. That's what they see. They don't have no real role models anymore. You don't have role models. You don't have people that you look up to and want to emulate. But they do. It's just, this is their role model. I mean, they have role models. My bad. They got role models, but it's just not the ones that are beneficial, in my opinion. Your role model is not, historical people or people from the past who actually did something that was worthy, who covered up and dressed, modest or dressed, appropriately and wore clothes and was smart. And, if you're going to go to college, you really learn something and use what you've learned to create something and become, people that others can aspire to be like. No, he's right. Role models are the whole culture. That's your role models. This is their role models. And then their parents are the same. The parents are trying to live vicariously through that whole culture too with their daughters. So the daughters and the mothers are dressing alike. They all both got the bust down 613 blonde bust down wig on. They both wearing the same clothes, trying to get niggas for money. Come on, great. She teaching her how to get to the bag. They're at the concerts together. with booty shorts on and tank tops and big silver plate necklaces and the wigs. They're all there together, shaking their asses together. So your parents obviously are not, your mother is not your role model. So because y'all on the same, same thing. Y'all following the same people. So it first, I always say it starts at home. If you don't get it at home, then you're going to look outside of home to find your role models and the people that you respect and want to follow. And that's the problem. And everybody else is co-signing that behavior. You have women who are supposed to be educated in college. They're all shaking their asses to Cardi B too. There's no separation between who's supposed to be the elite and who's not. And because then they're not teaching the young women, oh, this is what you should be doing. Girl, this is what you do. No, y'all all in one same boat. All out here trying to compete off of the same stuff. I see 30 and 40-year-old women dancing and shaking the Cardi B. And I saw somebody mention Summer Walker, and you know what I'm saying? All Meg Thee Stallion shaking, just shake it. Meg Thee Stallion don't stop shaking. That's all she do. She just, that's all. And she had a hottie shaking her ass just 24 every time I used to see her coming across. I just herb and turn it. I'm like, oh my God. After I got tired of it. The funny thing about Meg Thee Stallion is when she first came to the scene, before she was just shaking, I was like, damn, she have some bars. Like she might be, she could rap. So it's good to hear somebody that's actually rapping at first, like, it was the way she first was rapping. When I first heard her, I was like, oh, refreshing. She got something here. Cause I'm tired of the, talking about shaking ass culture and all this other, coochie talk in the rap. I was like, oh, she's saying something. Initially, when she came onto the scene, she had something going on. Then boom, it quickly turned into shaking the ass stock culture. That's shaking ass is the theme. Like then every time I would see, I'm like, oh God, people just get tired of seeing that. Like you can't offer anything else. So, you gotta, if it don't start from home, it's gonna be a hard thing to try to fix. But I think a lot of women talk about fixing it because they think the men are supposed to do it. If you listen to most women, and you ask them, hey, who's responsible for this and who needs to change? They're gonna always say the man because they don't want to do nothing. They always put it on the men to do because they don't think. First off, y'all got it. Y'all no, it's not all on the men. Because the women, in my opinion, are the ones who have to make the most changes. Because y'all are so far out there, you got to make some changes, and they don't want to do it. So just the men are just the ones you default to. Oh, the men, everything for the man. While you sit back and do whatever you want to do, So yeah, it's just a hot mess. It's a hot mess. But we're gonna move on because they're not saying much more from this one. I want to move on from that. I want to play this video of this woman that I saw on TikTok, and then I'm gonna move on because I don't want this live to be too long, y'all, because I got some stuff I got to do. Honestly, I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to keep y'all too long today because I got some stuff, but I will pull up the panel if y'all guys want to give, because I have to pull up the panel because every Fridays is when I'm supposed to do that. So I'll put the panel so you guys give your thoughts. But I want to play this other clip real quick, and I want to get y'all thoughts on this one. Mauricio, thank you for the super chat. Says, can we blame celebrities for doing exactly what sells to Black people? Tyler Perry Tyler Perry got nothing if we don't buy. No, I think, no, I don't 100% blame the celebrities for doing what sells. Because if there's a market for it, a good business person is going to sell to that market. So they're just in business. But you as the potential buyer, you need to have a brain and think for yourself. That's the thing. These people make millions off of us, off of consumers, people who don't think for themselves. If you're following the trends, that's money in their pockets. Because if you're just following because it's trendy and this is what they're telling you to do, then that's money for them. If you have your own brain and you realize, nah, this is not a culture, or this is not something that I want to subscribe to, and I'm not going to do it, and I don't care how popular it is, then that doesn't work for them. And I think it's perpetuated, and I think a lot of people don't realize it, and they push it and they sell it because that's what they like. And the reason they create the type of stuff they do is because they know there's a market for it. If there wasn't a market for it, then they wouldn't promote it. If people start focusing on, more, things that are more beneficial, if people stop purchasing the thought music, if you stop following Cardi Red and B and all that, they wouldn't put them out. So no, I don't completely blame the celebrities or the industries, because they're only catering to a market that's already there. So if you want to change what sells and what's put out, then you got to change what you consume. So that's the consumers. That's us. That's the people. If everybody stopped supporting this whole culture rapping, then you see that'll go away. The problem is it's entrenched in a lot of in our communities. It's entrenched. It's in there. Because even the rappers talked about this. I remember Nelly and them did a whole thing about it where they were saying, hey, they want to put that music because they know that's going to sell. But and the conscious rap didn't get as many sales. Like Common, people like Common, who I think Common did more conscious rap. That's he's saying something that meant something. He didn't get as many sales as the other stuff because nobody went and bought his stuff as much as the other. So they know if you're conscious rap, if you're a certain type of singer, just like if you have a neo soul singer or somebody that sings is not as popular as Beyonce or the other stuff, the pop music. So yeah, they're catering to the market. So if more people start becoming more educated for real, because these educated women that said that it really don't matter because the education don't really use it for nothing of real value, in my opinion. So if you get people who say, look, I don't want this ratchet whole culture, we're not going to support it. We want to we want to support more music, that conscious music that's saying something that benefits us, that teaches us something, then that will become popular. They'll put more of that out and then you'll see a shift. But there is a narrative to push what's this type of whole stuff because that's what they like. We're going to feed it to them. As long as they accept it, they're going to keep eating it up and buying it. And the more they feed it to them, the more they gravitate to it and eat that up. And now that's what it is. Thank you, Mauricio. That's my thoughts on that. Thank you once again for the super chat. Jamil says, someone with a white parent can't tell me ish about black people. Thank you, Jamil. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Link Johnson, what's going on, Link? Thank you so much for the super chat. It says, my 17-year-old son is even sick of 3 or 4 culture. Yeah, my sons don't even pay attention to it. They really don't. They see it and they're like, they don't even go that route. But yeah, a lot of the young men are not even, trying to see all of that. That's why I think it's more of the women are the ones who gravitate to it more than anything, in my opinion. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. But let's go ahead and get to this clip. I want to play this for you guys. Here we go. Make sure you are hitting the like button. Please hit the like button. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank you. Oh my God. The first time I checked and we got enough likes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I gotta keep saying, hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Let's look at this clip, y'all.
I'm crying because I'm frustrated. And I'm just going to make this video to let out all of the anger and frustration that all the black women feel because I'm tired of it. There's this viral video of J, whatever the fuck, from UK saying some shit about black women. And I'm here to let out the anger of shut the fuck up! I want everyone to shut the fuck up about black women. I'm so serious. I am just so, I don't think you understand the weight this holds on black women. It's always fucking something. Always something. Always something to be said about black women. Black women wear weave. You don't wear your weave. You wear weave because you don't like yourself. Oh my God, y'all don't want to be natural. Then when I wear my natural hair, and just because it's short and 4C, then I'm ugly as shit. Leave me alone! Leave us alone! That's it! If you don't want black women, go with the other ones! Stop talking to us! Stop talking about us! Shut the fuck up! I'm so tired! It's always something from white people, then it's from black men, then it's from Africans. I'm tired! Shut the fuck up! Shit!
Okay, what do you guys think about that? What do y'all think about that? Why? I mean, what What in the world? What in the actual world? Well, you know, I think I don't know. I think my husband would look at me sideways if I went on the internet screaming at strangers. Because or you pissed about stuff that you seen on the internet about black women and it must have hit home because there ain't nobody screaming and mad like that. Uh Off of what people are saying on the internet. I'm saying you got some issues if you on the internet screaming at strangers because you tired of them having opinion about black women. If you that passionate about it, maybe you need to talk to the black women and get them maybe to do better. Maybe it's about doing better so you won't have to hear other people having an opinion about the things that black women do. How about that? Maybe you need to do some inner work. I'm just saying you got to do some inner work to get yourself to a better mental state because there's no way you should be screaming at a scream because of what people have an opinion about black women. When black women have always had an opinion about black men, they've always had something to say about black men to this day. So how are you so up in arms about what people are saying about black women in here? Why? Because it's true. Why? Y'all, because y'all don't want to hear the goddamn truth. You don't want to hear the fact that a lot of black women are off their goddamn rocker. That they need some work and they need some things to change. And y'all just so pissed now because now it looks like you might have to make some changes because nobody want to deal with you. Is that what the frustration is all about? Because as long as women were able to say whatever they want to say and without question and men was quiet, I didn't see all these crash outs. Y'all crashing out because y'all hate the goddamn truth. You hate to hear anything that requires you to make a change. And it don't matter who it comes from either, because that's a bunch of bull. It don't matter who's saying it because first, men shouldn't be talking about women. You don't care if women talk about women either. You don't care if it come from a woman. You don't like it either. You don't like if a woman. You don't like if Jesus came down and told you about yourself. You don't want to hear nothing about it. You screaming on social media, crying. You can't scream and tell people to shut the F up. It's not going to stop them from talking. They're going to still have opinions no matter what. And as long as there are people who are out there who behave a certain way and present themselves a certain, people going to have something to say. That people have always had opinions. You can't stop people from saying things just because you don't like it. Because nobody could damn sure stop y'all. Women are very adamant about, oh, you can't tell me what to think. You can't tell me what to say. You can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me a goddamn thing. So crashing out is not going to get you what you want. It just makes you look foolish. I'm sorry. She looks foolish telling strangers to shut the hell up. People could have an opinion to say what they want. But I just thought that was very interesting and at the same time, very cringe. It's very cringy and crazy to be sitting here screaming like that, mad because you got a little bit of hair and 4C and nobody don't want you. Because that's what I'm assuming that is. Nobody ain't really taking you seriously and you just depressed and decide to turn on the camera and go on social TikTok, I'm sure, and scream because you're venting. That's what you call venting. She was venting her frustrations out on social media because that's the only place she could. There was no real person there that you could vent to. Maybe she tried to like somebody or something, they turned her down and then she got mad and this the way, to get over it. Kevin Caveman says, I don't think the hair is the problem. It may be them Kool-Aid arms and fried chicken guts. LOL, child. I didn't say it, you did. Thank you, Captain Caveman. Child. Thank you for the super chat. Somebody say lost control. Sure did. But I mean, it lost control in which way? In many different ways. And now they're pissed. Now they're like, they don't know what to do with themselves. You know what I mean? You don't control the narrative. Women always want to be able to have the last word and always want to be the ones to control everything. And you don't have control. You can't control men. You can't control yourself sometimes. So how you gonna control you? You don't have the control, and it's eating their asses up. Tokyo Traveler, thank you for the super chat, says, when women lose power and control, it is not pretty, baby. We see Tokyo Traveler. Thank you for the super chat. But yeah, it's just a mess. It really is. And they don't know what to do. Did I see the Theo Coop video? I did not. I didn't see that. What is that? What is the Theo Coop video? I didn't see it. So, baby, it's a mess out here in the streets. It really is. But once again, I always say, listen, we got to get it together. It's not. You cannot keep thinking that that you don't have to do anything to make some changes. That is all about everybody else to cater to you and make the changes, and you can just sit up and just be whatever, and they're seeing that is not working for them, that is not benefiting them, and they don't know what to do about it. You don't know what to do about it. So I would say, look, change something, do something different. That's all I'm saying. Do something different. Try something different, something that you never tried before. Stop thinking that it's all about you. Make some changes, and maybe there's be some benefit to it. Maybe things will look better for you. Maybe your life will have a better outcome, because clearly there's something going on for you to be screaming on social media at strangers about people having opinions because you don't like it. Your hair too short. Okay, grow it out. Why do you care? This is another thing too. A lot of I don't give a damn when nobody say. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because we wouldn't be seeing crash outs like this. You do care what people say. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be complaining about it. You wouldn't be complaining about take their mics away. They talking too much. No, you do care. That's why y'all crash out. You want people. It's like, it's just, I say women are complicated, but they want to make it seem like men are the only ones that are complicated. Women have all these emotions and these feelings, and you go back and forth. It's too much. It really is. And, but they don't, it is not all women. It's not all women, y'all. It's not all. They're good. A lot of the women, though, who don't think like that, they're already married and they're living their lives, or in serious relationships, and they living their lives. Everybody's living their lives, but they're not complaining. They're not complaining about it. They're doing what they need to do and living their life, and they're not complaining. The main ones who are complaining are the ones who need the most change, and are the ones who are most, delusional. The ones who have all these unrealistic expectations. Those are the ones that are complaining. And I'm not saying this to say there aren't any complaining men. I'm pretty sure there are. Pretty sure there's some men complaining somewhere about women, but for the most part, overarchingly, I see women complaining and men responding. But they take the response of the man as a complaint. I'm complaining, but they're responding. So, if you don't want me, I don't get it, y'all. It's just a hot mess out in these streets. And I just saw this clip of her, and I was like, baby, go heal, get some help, honey. See a doctor, get your life together. Because it ain't about the people having opinions. It's something you got to work on with yourself. That's a mad person inside to get on there screaming. I wish I would be on here screaming out to the strangers on a app like that. Sure, mad for whatever reason. That means there's some work that needs to be done mentally there to get her to a better place in life, because something mentally is not right. That's all I'm saying. I want to play this other clip before I forget. Because this was another funny one, but interesting one as well. I want to play this. Make sure. Yeah, do we have the likes up? We got 129 people watching, 142 people watching, 154 likes. Okay, all right. Let's check this out. Listen to this, y'all. Here we go.
I will happily be the first to say it. A man in a Mercedes is not a man. That's a bad bitch. In fact, a man pulling up in a Mercedes is a bad bitch waiting for you to hold his purse. Look, babe, I don't make the rules. It's just a feminine car. It's not me. When you look at it, it looks like a feminine car. When you look at a BMW, it's giving mask. Audi, mask. A Mercedes, babe, that's femme as fuck. It's giving girl. Toyota, that one is very gender neutral, I'm not gonna lie. Babe, a Mercedes, a Mercedes. Get out. Get out. If you're a man, get out.
What do you guys think about that? What do y'all think about that? So she's saying, is you cool? Woman says men that drive Mercedes Benz give feminine energy. It's giving girl, I don't make the rules. When you look at a BMW, it's giving, I guess, masculine. So she's saying a BMW is for a man and Mercedes Benzes are for women, child. What's y'all thoughts? My sister drive a Mercedes, right? So she's a woman, right? She drives a Mercedes. But I mean, a man could easily drive that. So cars, are cars gender neutral, gender specific or whatever? So it's because I know like I know a lot of men drive trucks, right? But I see women in trucks too, but majority of men out here, everybody got a truck out here and they driving trucks because they hauling stuff. A lot of Mexicans drive trucks all the time. All they do is drive trucks. But a lot of people drive trucks. So trucks, and it's usually a man driving, but occasionally you'll see a woman in a truck. You drive around down the street and you look over, you see a big truck. It's usually a man in the truck. But it doesn't mean that they don't say, oh, trucks are for men, right? Right? Let me know. I don't know nothing about cars. I don't really give a shit about. I have cars. We have a couple of cars. We have, two cars. And they get us from A to Z. That's all that matters to me. It's new. The engine is good. It's working. It ain't raggedy. Get us, I like new cars, but get us from A to Z. I don't really care for expensive cars, but I know people who do. So do y'all see that more men are driving Mercedes than women? Like, that's my sister driving Mercedes. That's a girl, but I'm just saying, do men drive it or what? I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't get into that. I don't care about cars like that. As long as it's reliable, it gets us where it's not breaking down. It's a reliable car. We don't be stranded. I don't like being stuck on the road, stranded, unless, you get a flat tire or something. But I'm saying, no, that everything is working. That's all I care about. It could be a little cute too, but it ain't really, so now men can't drive Mercedes. They got to drive BMWs and the manly cars and it's just that this goes in line with just drinks that y'all can have. Y'all can't drink certain fruity drinks because that means y'all feminine. You got to drink hard, I guess. What's the hard? I don't even know about liquor either because I don't drink. So I don't even know about that. I drink a wine cooler if that's considered drinking. Wine coolers here and there. It'd be years between before I have a wine cooler. What's the hard liquor? All I know, when I was growing up, my stepdad used to drink Thunderbird. Do y'all know what that is? Thunderbird. He used to have a bottle of Thunderbird, and I tasted that shit was nasty. Do y'all know? Remember Thunderbird? What is the harsh drink? And look at that people drink. That's a manly drink. I guess they want y'all to drink that. So I guess as men, y'all gotta drink the hard liquor that burn your chest. I guess I don't know. You can't drink a fruity drink. You can't drink a wine cooler because that's supposed to be reserved for women. I'm like these heifers are losing their goddamn minds. Like, that's all I'm saying. I don't know how they come up with this stuff. Who's making the rules, by the way? She said she ain't making it. Who's making it? Because this is stupid. This is stupid. My family loves my truck also whenever they need furniture moved. Right. People have trucks, I understand, because they want to move stuff. I would love a truck for that too. But I mean, if you move, we don't like if you're going to get like a piece of furniture from a furniture store, those trucks come in handy. Yes, you can put it back on the back of the truck. Boom. I like that. That's useful. That's useful having a big truck. Right. So I get that. But I mean, I remember one time years ago, we rented a pickup truck. I drove that truck. I drove it. It was too big for me. I couldn't back up parking good, but I could drive. But anyway, like, I don't want to drive a big truck because it's too big, a big one, because I'm not good with parking them. You know what I'm saying? Backing up and parking them. So I wouldn't want that anyway, but I'm just saying I see more men with that. But let's see. I look at women with an expensive car. I look at any woman with an expensive car as a female with a big ass car note. Exactly. Miss DeeDee, no, she got a Bentley in the car. No, I do not. I do not have no Bentley. I can't afford no goddamn Bentley. What's with y'all? This YouTube don't pay that much. We can't afford that. I mean, being able to get one versus affording is two different things. You know what I'm saying? You can get stuff. You may have access to get it, but can you really afford it? Hell to the no. I can't afford no goddamn. How much a Bentley cost? I don't know. Isn't it like $500,000? I wouldn't even want a Bentley. Even if I could afford it, I would want it. I don't care about cars. It's a car. I'm in my house. Now, if you're talking about a big ass mansion house, yeah. You talking about a big ass, yeah. I would love a bigger, which we will be building a bigger house soon. You know, we had a few that was stalled out for a minute, but we are continuing to build our house, the next house that we're getting. But I put more stock into the house. I like a big, nice house. I don't need a half. What is it? How much the Bentleys cost? I don't need no big old car like that. I don't need no expensive car like that. For what? I don't. I'm not child. We average over here, baby. We ain't trying to get no goddamn Bentley. I don't even like it like that. I don't like them cars like that. A Bentley, how much is it though? Like it's too high. Like I don't need no. I don't even now. I almost got a Range Rover, but then I'm like, that's too damn small. Like they're not even. I don't know. We got a big family. We have a big ass van. Like we don't need no them things be too high. Like and you know, like no, it's not necessary. Like you have all them car, all that high, all them high ass car notes for what? No, we regular over here, baby. We regular. We're regular. And I'm proud, modest, I would say. You know. I was telling my sister, I was like, oh, because I like her car. And she have a Mercedes. And I'm like, I like it. And I was thinking about getting me one. But then I'm like, and now, you know, I'm like, because I just wanted a simple black car besides our big car that carries everybody. I wanted a simple black car, but I'm like, it's simple black. I don't even go to wear that much. I don't need. Why would I go spend all this extra money? No, so I'm good. I don't need it. Who I'm trying to impress, baby? I don't need to impress no goddamn body. Hell to the no. Mercedes Maybach series for men, Ram and Dodge. Okay. Thunderbird. Yes, it is disgusting. Black Crow. What is Black Crow? Oh my God. Hennessy. Oh, that's the hard drinks. Oh my God. Wild Turkey. Oh, that must be some hard liquor there. I don't pay them weirdos no attention. Personally, I would drink whiskey. Okay. Thunderbird is the old school wine, right? It was because I was growing up. I watched them drink that. I tasted that stuff was nasty as hell. My wife be driving a V6 truck. Pedal to the metal, especially in New Mexico area side of things. My bro drive a Mercedes, lit, giving feminine for real. So it does give feminine. Oh my God. It seems everyone shames everyone in Black America for what they drive. I see both other men shaming other men for what they drive and wear, and females shaming men too. DeeDee, they're all effed up. Yeah, that's stupid. You shame me all you want, baby. I don't give a goddamn. You understand? Because guess what? You not paying our bills. You not coming. You know, we don't pay the bills or whatever. Which I'm just saying our car's paid off, so we don't really have no car no. But when we had them, ain't nobody was coming to pay no bills. Ain't nobody was coming to pay the goddamn bills. Hell, if we get behind and lose some work and we can't pay the shit, are y'all come and pay it? No. So if you can't come pay it, I don't give a damn what you think. I'm not trying to, well, that's the one thing, I learned this young. We don't live for other people, baby. You can shame all you want, baby. I'm getting A to Z just like you. You know what I'm saying? And now if the car dirty, you can rib me for that, or you can shame me for that, because I know, hey, goddamn, we could take it to the car wash, or we could clean it. We got 1,000 young men in here. They clean the cars. Come on now, your car don't have to be dirty. Like you could clean it, at least. If you're gonna rib me for that, okay, I ain't mad at you. But ribbing people for what kind of car they drive and all that, I don't give a goddamn. I know people who have lots of money and they drive, what y'all call them, Pintos. Is a Pinto? I don't think that's expensive, right? They drive away. Look, the car be dirty and everything, to be honest. Their cars be looking dirty. It be cheap cars. They drive trucks, like, because I don't see nothing wrong with a truck, Chevy trucks and stuff. And they be having lots of money. And they pay for them shits out that they be paid for. Some of the cars are paid for, because a lot of people with money, they don't pay their cars off. There are a lot of stuff. A lot of people, some of the people that we know with money, they rent their houses. They lease their cars. They don't, because for the tax reasons, they don't really buy stuff out like that. But I'm like, we not rich, baby. we better off when we pay our things off because that's a less bill to pay. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Not you. Every time we eliminate a bill, the better. Ain't nobody got time for that, baby. I'm trying to please and be the Joneses. I don't want to be the Joneses. I don't want to be compared to them. Nothing. We regular people, baby. We're regular shit. I'm just saying. Ain't nobody I ain't trying to prove no point to nobody, baby. I'm telling you right away. Yeah, I buy some shit, but I ain't trying to buy the most expensive. For what? For what? Hell no. I didn't grow up in no rich household. What you think I'm trying to emulate that or? No, I'm not doing that. Don't make no sense to me. And like I said, just because you can get it don't mean you can afford it. Because you can get it and then you be in debt and then they be struggling trying to get them in to pay. Can you pay my car note? Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? Remember that? Can you pay my automobiles? And then we could chill. This is what they saying. Child, ain't nobody got time for that. That's crazy. Ford F-150, Raptor, Toyota Tundras, and Tacomas. Yeah, I like those too, Monty. If a man picked her up in a Maybach, guaranteed she'll shut the F up. If a man picked her up in a Maybach, okay. Trey, what you talking about? The girl in the video? Hold on. What's going on with this? It's not moving. Trey, you said if a man picked her up in a Maybach, guaranteed she'll shut the F up. Who you talking about?
I'm talking about the girl in the video.
Yeah, probably.
A Maybach is a Benz. I guarantee you she'll shut up. She'll be quiet real quick.
They be talking.
When that Maybach pull up, she'll be quiet real quick with that big M on the side. She'll shut up. Here's the thing about the car thing. First of all, this goes to show that she doesn't really date men who actually have businesses. Most of the time, those guys get those cars, it's because they're over 6,000 pounds and they can write them off on their taxes.
Right.
That's why they get that car. So they can do the, I think it's Section 179, tax deductible. So they get those cars, certain cars, because they're over a certain weight. So that's one of the reasons why. So she's probably never really dealt with guys who use the car as a part of their business. The other part of this is, too, we need to get back to a time where people mind their business. Since when does what kind of car you drive? What does it matter? What does it matter? What kind of car you drive? Does the car work? Is the car clean? And is it legal? You didn't steal it? All right, fine. Let's just get from point A to point B. And the other part of this is that if she's saying that the cars are feminine, then the reverse is true. That means that there's masculine cars there. So if there's masculine cars, then I don't want to see no women in Jeep Wranglers, and I don't want to see no women driving.
They be in them Jeep Wranglers. I like the Jeep Wrangler, actually. I was thinking about getting one. Them shit's a little expensive. I'm like, I don't want, but they're cute. I like it.
It's a nice truck.
It's nice.
It's a nice truck. Like,
it's really nice.
Got a Jeep Wrangler, it doesn't like this. I get it, man. Like, a lot of men drive trucks because we can do more with the truck. You know, if you need to run to the Home Depot, you need to carry something. And a lot of us were raised by men and told us, hey, get a truck. Always make sure you get a truck. Yeah. That way it's versatile. You can do things with it. But I also love sports cars. My favorite car in the world is an Aston Martin DB12 Superleggera. It's the James Bond car. I wish one day hell yeah, it's expensive. About $250,000, $300,000.
Yeah, that's cute though. I like to see the cars. They're cute, but I don't need to have it, you know.
Right. So I mean, my thing is look, fellas, get what you want, man. Buy what you want, drive what you want. She rage baiting, obviously. Buy what you want, drive what you want. But if we're going to say that there are feminine cars, well, then there's masculine cars. So I expect to see her in a Mini Cooper. I expect to see her in, if we want to talk, we want to play this game, let's play the game. I guarantee you she don't drive one. Guarantee she don't drive a Toyota Camry or a Hyundai Accent or whatever, or a Nissan Altima. Nissan Altima was a stripper car. All the strippers had Nissan Altimas. Yeah, that was like
Nissan is a good brand though, right? Isn't that a safe car? Ford? Not Ford.
It's a decent brand. The reason why a lot of people got Nissans is because of their financing. The financing was easier through Nissan.
Oh, okay.
But Nissan's look, man, buy what you want, man. Buy what you want, man.
Buy what you want. Tell with all that's how I feel. I don't really be giving a damn Trey. I don't really be. People be like I said. I see people in all kinds of cars, rich people with nice stuff, they can afford it. And then I see people who are not rich with nice, expensive stuff too. I don't care what you drive. If I see a car, half the time I don't know what the cars are. You know, I just, if it's cute, I'm like, oh, that's nice or whatever. That's it. I don't even be knowing, like, because I don't know cars like that. Basic car like Nissan, Toyota, you know, right? That's cars. I mean, I don't.
Most DeeDee, most people don't know what people are driving, and most people don't care. Unless
Yeah,
you're
I
into
don't care.
cars, you're into cars. Like I'm into cars, so I pay attention. So if a Porsche drop comes by me, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
like, "Oh, that's the 911 Turbo S," because I'm into.
oh,
I've
you
always been
into it.
since I was a kid. I had Hot Wheels. I've always been
Yeah,
in it. So, but
yep.
most people don't need. Most people couldn't tell you the difference between a Toyota Tundra and a Dodge Caravan. All they know is one is a truck and one's a van. They couldn't tell you the difference. They don't know.
You know, I could tell the
And,
difference.
and at the end of the day, it really is not that important. It really isn't. It's not that important at the end of the day.
No, it's not. It's not. I like what how you say it, because is it Porsche or Porsche?
I was taught it's Porsche, but I know people say Porsche, so
Because
whatever.
I say
But I
Porsche,
was
but
taught it was Porsche.
you know, is that the car that was in Pretty Woman, the
No,
movie?
that was a Lotus.
Oh,
That was
I
a
love
Lotus.
that car. I love now that I think is nice. I see a few cars. I don't know if it's that, but similar to that. Oh my God. If I had a whole lot of money, now I would buy that. That was beautiful. That car was beautiful. But other than
It's
that, I
just
don't. Yeah.
we just gotten to a point. Excuse me. We just gotten to a point where nobody wants to mind their business anymore. Everybody's in everybody's business, and then everybody wants to come and share, their business. And here's the other part too. For the chick that's having the mental health crash out,
Yeah.
one thing my grandmother told me, she said, people are gonna have an opinion about you until the day you die, and there's nothing you can do about it. People gonna talk. And guess what? Opinions are protected by the First Amendment. As long as you're not defaming anybody, right?
Exactly.
You're fine. So people are gonna have an opinion. Get over it. People are always gonna talk about you. People are gonna talk about black men. People are gonna talk about black women, and so on and so on. You need to be able to get past it. What I find interesting though is while you're screaming at the screen, you literally are checking every stereotype that could potentially be out there about black women. Like you literally check every box: the bonnet, the pink hair, overweight, the septum ring, like everything that every box you could check, you checking them. And that doesn't
Right.
make any sense. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, people gonna have an opinion about you. Ain't nothing you can do about it except for live. That's why I say get back to mind your business. I don't care what people, as long as you ain't breaking the law and you ain't hurting my family, you good to go. And that makes for good conversation on social media, and it makes for good entertainment and panels at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, everybody gonna go back to living their life the way they gonna live it.
Yeah. Yep. But it is what they call rage bait for social media. It get clicks and views. That's why I have to be reminded, because I'm in this work type, this realm. That's why I was telling my husband. He be talking about some of this. He's usually show me certain things on the internet. He give his opinion about it. I'm like, this is, people say salacious things to get attention. It's social media because it's clicks and views, which is how they get paid. So yeah, so that's part of it for sure. Yeah, it just says dumb stuff that don't make sense, but it's gonna get people talking. So that's, you gotta be. I gotta remind myself too that's what a lot of people are doing, because I'm like, a lot of these people be lying. I literally saw a lady. She said she had 9 kids and 9 baby daddies, and she only have one child. She made a YouTube video and she has a daughter that's almost grown, and that's it. And she was saying, this is my only daughter and she's about to go to college. So she just lying, because she know people going, she know we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna see that she got 9 kids, 9 baby daddies, so we're gonna just run with it. But I had to look her up because I didn't believe her, because she do a lot of videos of a lot of different stuff. And so I found her, and she was lying. That ain't on that one child. So some of these people be lying. Some of it's true, some of it is just lies. Quantum Silence, thank you for the super chat. He says, these would be the same silly women that would complain on a brother exercising on a Stairmaster, exactly, at the gym. Straight up silly. Yeah, that's just dumb. Oh, the men can't use a Stairmaster.
I use the Stairmaster. I'm like, that makes me gay? Using the Stairmaster makes me gay? Because it's a
Right.
great workout. Like
I can't get my hamstrings right.
yeah, exactly, bro. I'll be
That's so
drenched
dumb.
in
I saw
sweat
that one.
off the Stairmaster, bro. The Stairmaster will put you to work. Like, I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's dumb. That was dumb. I thought that was funny though. I laughed. I was like, what you mean? What's going on, Daryl?
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Good. I'm good. Damn, was Classy. How you been, Classy?
I'm doing fine. I'm just
You
glad I'm
good?
on my last day of the week at work. I'm sick and tired of all the people I work with. F-bombed them all.
Oh my God. Um, Hold on, let me read the super chat. Latrell says, so does drinking a mocktail mean I'm a weak man? No, that's ridiculous. No, Latrell, thank you for the super chat. No, not at all. She said sports cars are too feminine, need drive muscle cars. So what are you saying? Sports cars are too feminine, so the men have to drive muscle cars? Is that what you're saying? Child,
Wouldn't
whatever.
be a
Don't
muscle car considered
Drive,
to be a
drive what you
sports
want.
car? I'll drive a 1976 Gremlin. I don't care.
Who? I don't even know what that is. Thank you for the super chat.
It's an old car. It's a classic though.
Give me a 1950 Studebaker. I'll drive that in 2002, 25. I don't care.
I want a Chevelle. Chevelle's what I want.
That's real old cars, right? Give me a car that's working. Thank you. Give me a car that's working. The
At the end
tires.
of the day, that's all that matters.
I'll say this, and I
Does it
don't
get
know
you
if
from point
DeeDee
A to
read
point B?
this.
That's all that matters.
I don't know if DeeDee read my super chat yet. If a guy if it's heavy raining outdoors and she ordered an Uber, is she gonna tell a guy no because you got a Benz? She gonna turn the
No.
Uber ride down?
No,
So
they're
it's
not.
like, does it really matter?
Yeah, you say if it's thunderstorming and she called for an Uber and it's a guy in a Benz, she's not turning the ride down. She's just trying to go viral. Exactly. Thank you, Classy. I appreciate you for that. Narratives and Dialogue says, now I do see project chicks and business on Section 8. Ooh. That's true. Damn. Yeah. Yep. All the time. How they do it, I don't know. Dre the Dream says, I'm just not driving a Prius blasting It's Raining Men. What's a Prius? Is that like
You may have a point.
Dre, they told me that's your favorite song though. They said that's your favorite song.
It's Raining Men? Oh,
Say he know all the words.
That's a popular song for
It's Raining Men.
LGBTQI. Yeah. Men ain't playing that song no more than they're playing YMCA.
Yo, Dre about to curse me out in the chat. Dre about to curse me out.
Oh, he said, nah, Trey. Monty says, give me a 65 Shelby Cobra Mustang GT. All right, 73 Oldsmobile Cutlass. Them cars were. Now I know what that is.
Not the Cutlass. Okay,
I know what that is.
Not
What
the
a Cutlass.
Maybe
I see what type of dude Mo. He a smooth dude. If you want the Cutlass, I mean he a smooth dude. He real smooth.
Daryl, you had an Oldsmobile Cutlass, huh?
I had a 1979 Monte Carlo.
That's similar. It's similar to the Cutlass. Yeah, them cars were nothing like them cars. Shit, it's a car.
The times have changed. I mean, when I was going to high school, when you pull up in any car, you was it. It didn't matter what kind of car you pull up driving a car. You was it. Now we judging what kind of car you drive.
Right. And half of us riding bikes. You riding a bike and you worry about somebody got a car or you're walking. You didn't even get on the bus. You had a little bike. So if you're on a bike, be quick. You need a ride, put that bike in the trunk and you be happy as a mother. All right.
I don't get it though. You pull up nowadays. You pull up in a motorcycle. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, you hot.
Right.
But a Mercedes is not okay. All right.
Yeah.
I was a scrub for being in the passenger side of my best friend's ride, and I have a car. That
is kind of a scrub move. You're trying to talk about in the passenger side. That's kind of scrub.
They didn't care either.
But I have a car though. It's like you didn't give me a chance to at least get your number to take you out.
Right. It's crazy. So what's y'all thoughts on any of do y'all have an opinion on the topic of do black men appreciate black women? What's y'all thoughts on that? I want to ask y'all some other questions too. But what's y'all thoughts on that? Do y'all think that there are black men who appreciate black women?
I think
before you ask it, Mauricio, thank you for the super chat. He says, I promise it's only black people judging people off they whip. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you, Mauricio.
I agree with that.
Thank you for the super chat.
I think that's specific to our community. I think they judge other communities judge on different things. Every community judges, but I think for whatever reason we have this sort of superficial thing that we do. Look, I think the majority of black men appreciate black women. And I think the marriage statistics would back that up, that still over 80% of black men marry black women, right? The numbers are growing. Yes, there are Black men who are stepping outside of the race, but still the large majority of Black women are married to Black men, and Black men are married to Black women. I think this is one of the things where Black men, there's been a little bit of awakening. That's the whole point of the red pill movement, was to wake men up. And I think you get a lot of men who did wake up. Some went too far, some are still raging, but for the most part, it was to wake men up to understand female nature. And a lot of the Black men don't like what they see. And furthermore, let me tell you something else real quick. Red pill also helped you to understand what your mama was doing. A lot of guys got woken up based on what their mama was doing. And so they've decided they made some decisions about how they date going forward. But I think overall, yes, I think the majority of Black men still do appreciate Black women and want to be with a Black woman. If you gave them a choice and said, who would you prefer to be with? I think they would say, yeah, they would want to be with a Black woman. But I'm gonna be honest with you, they don't make it easy. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. They just, in this day and age, they just don't make it easy. Doesn't mean it's impossible, but it is certainly extremely difficult to get the Black woman that you most likely desire.
That's factual.
Mm-hmm. Frederick Howard, thank you for the super chat. He says 41 women, 144 baby dads, 192 children, 0 accountability, all from Kendra G show. Exactly. I saw that video. Somebody asked me to react to it. I will react to it. Trust me. Thank you, Frederick. I appreciate you for the support, because that was crazy. Did y'all see that compilation or that of the Kendra G? I
saw it and I posted the statistics. It's an average of 4 kids and like 3 baby daddies per woman. That was the average.
Yeah,
something like that. That was crazy to watch. It was crazy.
Shout out to Theo Coop for making that compilation. That was nice.
Was it all Black women?
Yeah.
Wow.
Who is Theo? He's a content creator.
Yeah, he's been around for a minute. Like
that's the name of his channel.
The Theo Coop podcast. Yeah.
Okay.
He's pretty well known around.
Yeah. I think I know who. Yeah. The guy who. Okay. Yeah. Baby, listen. What's your thoughts on it, Daryl?
When I don't get it, it kind of confuses me when they say how Black men don't appreciate Black women, but who the Black women having the babies by though? They're having babies by these Black men that they don't appreciate. So it's a kind of contradiction to me if you say that you don't appreciate if you say that Black men don't appreciate you, but you still go to them and you give them the highest honor you can give a man to somebody that you think doesn't appreciate you. And I think, and just tailing off what Trey said, we Black men, yeah, we prefer to Black women. We prefer Black women. In my day, you didn't dare go outside your race anyway. So that was your only option. It was too dangerous to go outside your race back in, when I was, in my teens and my 20s. So you didn't do it. So we at that time, we was most loyal to the Black woman. We was loyal. We stayed with them. We chose them. But we were desired by other races, yes, but we dare not step outside, but for fear. That's pretty much for fear. But we desire the Black women. The Black women are beautiful. They're gorgeous. But, oh my gosh, you talk about now, they got demanding. They got really, really demanding, the modern women, and it's crazy. And the thing about it is, it's not like the Black men don't appreciate you. We just tired. We just tired trying to meet your demands, and then we get very little received from you. Reciprocity is weak. So I just don't get it. If you think Black men don't appreciate you, why are you still having these babies by Black men?
That's a good question. I wish they could answer it. But the funny thing is, when Kendra asked them the questions about it, you see the look on their face. Some of them like pause and like they hate. It's like they realize it doesn't look good. You know, I noticed when you do something and you feel empowered to do it, you do it and you don't think about the consequences, and you do it because you feel empowered, or society makes you feel that way. Oh, you just want to do what you want to do because you can and you grown. But then, you know, because the guys that you sleeping with, they don't care about your body count. They don't care about your pet. They don't care about none of that. So they don't ask the questions. They just, if you gonna give it to them, they're gonna take it. But then it's the aftermath. Like once you've done it and now you have all these kids, and when the question is finally posed to you, now you realize this don't really look good. Hence the reason why a lot of women lie about their body count, because it doesn't look good. It's like you don't initially have a problem with it or think about how this could look or the potential negative effects it could have until it's done, you know. And then when the questions come, that's like even when your kids grow up, you gotta, they don't have a daddy, right? So don't you think you gotta explain to them? But then they lie because you don't want to tell them, oh, I was just a jump off and we just having fun because we're empowered to do it. So you don't tell them that. You lie and say, oh, he left. You make him look like the bad guy because it's easy to do. So why we got to get to a place to where we see and understand how this is going to look on your life in the future, and if you bring kids here, how these kids, how it's going to affect them, and how, you know, you're going to have to at some point answer to your choices. Like you're going to have to, it's going to come up at some point, whether by your own kids or by somebody you potentially trying to date or whatever. So you can't completely run from it, you know. So maybe, you know, think about your actions before you do it beforehand, and think about, oh, well, shit, do I want to do this? Because this might not look too good and I want this. It's a bigger picture, I'm saying, at hand. And I think they miss that. It's like they don't think about the future. And then when it comes, now you realize, damn, this don't look good. I got 4 babies, 4 baby daddies. I ain't never been married. You know what I mean? I'm out here still looking for a man at 40. Like, I don't think they think that far. Well, which I think it wouldn't hurt to do it. But I think they're so caught up in the idea or the thought process of, oh, I'm being shamed and I'm being put down. No, it shows you gotta, maybe if not for you, your daughters, like teach them better. If you keep thinking that this is okay, what's gonna happen with them? They're gonna end up in your same situation. If you feel bad about your choices, maybe spare them, teach them something better so that they can make better decisions. At least you could be proud about that. I'm just saying.
I have a question for you, Mrs. DeeDee.
Yes.
Do you think the black women will ever take accountability?
Nope. I think it had to be something real drastic. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But it would only be beneficial for them and their children, because you can't change what you've already done, but you can maybe give something. If not, do it for. You would think that they would want to do it for their children. Like you would care enough about your children to see them do better. But at some point, you got to realize, you know, the choices that you made and it didn't yield you the best results. And nobody is saying you're a bad person for doing it, but you gotta 4 babies, 5 babies. Hell, they got people who have as many children as I do with that many baby daddies, and they're still single. And it's like, come on now, you gotta realize at some point this is going too far. Like you're making it worse for yourself. And what are you teaching those kids? And where are the like? It's not gonna yield nothing too great. Don't you know what I'm saying? Like at what some point something got to give. In my opinion, I'm just saying, like, something got to give. You got to do something different in the future, you know?
Well, my day, when there was women like that back in my day, and I'm talking about when I was around 8 to 10 years old, the women that did have multiple baby dads, they was ostracized. They was ostracized. They was put on it was exile.
Right, like
it would be the family members that would do it. The family members of that person would ostracize them and say, "Listen, oh no, that's bad news." But now, of course, it's pretty much tried to be accepted. It's kind of like the norm now.
Yeah.
Back in my day, that's the way it was. It's kind of hard. See, I'm having a tough time adjusting to what it is now. And maybe I refuse to accept it, that it's the norm to have multiple baby daddies. I can't accept that. Not at all. And I do frown upon women that do. You know, I frown upon them that do, especially the one that shows interest in me. And they don't. And of course, I'm cold. There's no other way for me to be, because that's the only way I am. I'm cold to them on that. And I'm like, why would you want me to get trapped in that spider web you made? Why would that want to be that? Oh, because you want me to save you? No, I can't. I'm not going to do that. It's crazy. But nowadays, the women are really, they have multiple baby dads. They're having meltdowns now, but they will not take accountability. They won't. I can't see. They just don't see what, if you just look in the mirror and just take some accountability, that will go a long way, especially if you interested in a man. That's the problem that I have. If you look at me, you got 3 baby daddies, 4 baby daddies, and there's no fault with you. Sorry, I'm gonna dismiss you. You're not gonna like it, but I don't care.
I mean, after that many, it's like I don't think nobody gonna care after that many. After that many, I don't think ain't too many men gonna be taking nobody. I don't think y'all gonna take no woman seriously after all that.
You are the proverbial Shit's Creek without a paddle with it.
I mean, I just look. If you you made him laugh.
I'm being honest. Like if there's a video of a chick. I think she did a whole series on TikTok. She had like 4 kids. There was a guy who stepped in. You know what I mean? And it's like, and that's why I say like social media can be so dangerous, because there are women who are in her position and believe that this same type of guy is coming. They don't realize how much of an anomaly he is, and he is actually willing to step in. This isn't a normal thing. There was once a point in time, I know, because I grew up in that. My mom dated guys and they didn't have a problem being, dating a single parent. But again, this is the blowback from the red pill, from the manosphere, that a lot of men are picking up and going, hey, this is a bad idea. Right now, I think it's been sort of shamed into oblivion at this point, right? But there's a lot of guys who are just like, nah, like I want my own family. I want to start my own family, especially when we're talking about the Black community. And we're talking about over 50% of Black men don't even have kids. So we're talking about like, they want to start their own thing, and they should. They should, especially if you're talking about hardworking Black men that are out here getting, going to work every day. They should be saddled with somebody else's pre-made family. And my thing has always been this: you're never going to be first. You're never coming in first. It's always going to be her kid is going to come before you, no matter what. She's willing to die for that kid. She ain't willing to die for you.
That baby daddy gonna come before you too.
That's right.
I agree.
And
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, because
and behind closed doors, if she get mad at you, y'all get into an argument, I'm telling you right now, that baby daddy is lurking behind the bushes. Cause you want to know why? Hey, baby, I know we had some bad times, but let me break you off something right quick.
they ain't even got to say that successful. They don't even have to say that. They just show up. I'm coming over. What you doing? I ain't doing nothing. They don't even got to say much. That's why the men don't be trusting that's why there was a video with a lady. She was saying her baby daddy has a right to come and discipline his child, even though he ain't taking care of the child, but he can come take care, but the new man can't touch him because he ain't your child. She said it. I said, okay, that's the truth. So yeah, the baby daddy could come over because he gonna be clapping them cheeks, and then and he could chastise his child for the time being while he there for 1 day or whatever, or 3 hours, 2 hours, whatever it takes to clap the cheeks. He out. He ain't gonna be there like chastising the child barely anyway. But the new man who you expect to pay the bills, take care of that kid, do all that, he can't even discipline him. Like, what kind of shit is like? I'm just saying, like these. But this is what they think men. I said this before, y'all. These women think men are stupid because they looked at them old stepdads and they was like, they know. The woman, she could do whatever she wants. She was for the streets back then. Old Clarissa was for the streets. And she was out there getting ran through and then coming home while the man was at home seeing to the kids. He could leave the children with him. Is she going out doing where you been all night? What minding my business? Like they did whatever the hell they want. And he, where my money for the rent? Then he got you. You gotta look. Did you get your check?
Yeah, I try to explain to these guys. I'm like, man, these women have soul ties to these men, blood for blood. Think about it, for example. But think about it, for example, just for a second. I'll give you an example. Like, let's say, for example, a person is getting a kidney transplant, right? Let's say the person that is receiving the transplant didn't like pickles, but the person they're receiving it from did like pickles. What do you think is going to happen when we put that kidney inside of that person?
That person gonna like pickles?
That's right.
Really?
Yes, they start to take on traits from the other person. It's called a soul tie.
Oh, wow.
That is the reason why a lot of these females will always be into their baby daddies. He can be the worst man in the world. He could be having porn X with a whole lot of women, and his thing look like a beat up Nestle Crunch bar. She will always go back to him. He can be the B and everything bad in
what looks like that.
Well, I go too far with my jokes. But anyway, the fact what I'm trying to say is he can be everything wrong in the book. All he got to say is, baby, give me a BJ. She's gonna do it because they have a soul tie. Why? They have a child together. That means there was some developmental of trust and comfort with that man for her to give him a child. See, she's always gonna go back to him. Why he look at you and say, hey man, you make sure you take care of my kids.
I mean, that man gotta feel real stupid. Huh? You if a baby daddy Pookie could come home and say, thank you for taking care of my kid, he need to be punched in the face. Like, come on.
I've seen it before. Trust me.
Like, he needs to leave him. Like, I would feel dumb as a man, like sitting there, especially with the Pookie. If I was a man and the woman, and I really like the woman, and it's just like, I don't know what it's like to be a man. I'm just saying. I'm just thinking. If I was a man and I was with a woman and I really liked her and she had a kid, baby, that daddy got to be dead or in jail. They ain't never getting out. Cause there's no way I'm gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of you and your kid, and the daddy could come around and try to make demands and do all this. No, because
I'm sorry, Ms. DeeDee. I'm that guy you would punch in the face because I was dating a single mom, living with her, and the thing was, she had about 3 children. And I came home.
Yeah, you say you date the single mothers. That's right.
I came home from work one day, and the baby dad was at the stove cooking.
Good job, baby. No way.
God bless you.
And what happened?
I just went in the bedroom, packed my stuff.
Oh, you pack your stuff.
Yeah, I just went in the bedroom.
Where she was at? Where the woman was at?
Yeah, she was there. She came, greeted me and everything. Oh, I hope you don't mind. He came by.
Did she kiss you? Did she kiss you?
Huh? No. No. There was none of that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be none of that.
There was none of that. He came by, brought some groceries and everything. I'm like, okay.
Y'all, the house needed groceries?
Oh,
he was cooking. He was getting the groceries so he could cook.
Yeah, he get the groceries before he cook. So I didn't know he was going to
be. Go ahead.
You didn't ask him for a piece of steak after he cook it. You know, it's like you there.
I'll punch him in the face.
No.
I did some furniture moving, and then
I didn't want to go to jail because I didn't want to go to jail. It was a choice. I made a business decision on that
Good
time.
Job.
Yeah, I made a business decision. I just been packing my stuff and walked out with my bag, and I didn't have much there. Walked out with my bag. It was the place was in her name. I was just paying the rent, so the place was in her name. But I just took that L and walked right out. I said, and then of course she had a friend call me, and had a friend call me trying to convince me to see her. But I told her friend she can pull up, but other than that,
I know that's right.
I told her friend she could pull up, but I wasn't going back. But yeah, Mrs. DeeDee, I'm that single mom magnet. They tend to come at me for some reason. I must have got that look in my face or something. I don't know.
I gotta ask you, Mr. Darrow, what does that look like to you?
So I've dated 2 single moms. One, her mom had her kids because she worked a lot. So her mom didn't. Her mom was retired, so she basically the kids stayed with her. It wasn't that bad because the kids were never around, so it actually wasn't that bad. And she always went to her mom's house to go spend time with the kids, so it was fine. But the other one was a little bit different, which actually turned me off from actually dating. And they were married too. They got a divorce. So, yeah. If I would have walked in and I would have seen that, I mean, what you gonna do? what are you gonna do? You signed up for it. I mean, you know what you're getting yourself into. The moment she says she has a kid, like that's why one of the reasons why you got to ask that question. That's a part of one of the vetting questions is, do you have a child? It's important, but yeah, I would try not to put myself in that position to begin with. That's the only answer I can give you. I would try very, very hard to not put myself in that position to begin with. And she was the last, single mom I ever dated. And that was over 10 years ago. So I wouldn't do that again. But yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? You start a fight with it? I mean, he gonna win. You may win the fight, but he's gonna win the war. He's gonna win right because it's his kid, and he has, he has a right to be around his kid. And as a father, I would never want to keep a man away from his child. Me as a father. If I've ever dated a woman, I would never even date a woman who kept her kid away from the dad unless it was for abuse reasons. Outside of that, I even heard a woman say, "Oh, I don't let him see." I wouldn't even deal with it because I know what it's like to be a father and have to fight to see your kid. So, but I would just try not to date. I would try not to date a woman with kids to begin with, and just let it be. And I'm sure there's some great women that are moms and all of that and whatnot. But it's just so much that could happen, that could go wrong and go left. It can, and I categorically deny that baby daddies can go back to the to the baby mom.
You don't believe
it's not a real thing. It's a real thing. It can happen. You can double back. You can spend the block. It can happen. You can get. I'm gonna tell you something that happens a lot if you're dating a single mom. Even at the exchanges, you flirt. Y'all are flirting with each other. That's a possibility. You're flirting with each other. You're having a moment. Maybe you hug each other a little bit longer than what you needed to hug each other. Stuff. I mean, stuff happens. I'm telling you from experience. Stuff happens just on the exchange. But you also got to remember, and this is what I was telling somebody before. You are tied to that person for life. I don't know why we think that it stops at 18. It doesn't stop at 18. There's college graduations. There's your child might get married, your child may get promotions and birthdays, and there's all types of, and grandkids, there's all types of things that can happen. You are tied to that person for life. That's the way it is. And if that's what I say, if you don't like it, don't have that baby, because you're thinking, but once they turn 20, I remember I went to my cousin's wedding, and her husband, his mom and his stepdad and his dad and his stepmom were all at the wedding. You know what I mean? It just doesn't go away. And then their kids, it just doesn't go away. And everybody's got to play, family now all of a sudden. And you may not even like the people. So this idea that it's it's over, when they turned 18, no, you're stuck in that circle for life until you pass away.
Yeah, because those kids grew up knowing you.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be shameful for those kids. That would be disappointed if you don't show up to their graduations and birthdays, like Trey said. I do agree with him on that.
Mm-hmm. Frederick Howard, thank you for the super chat. He says, DeeDee, you are the most beautiful example of how women's supposed to be. A lioness protected by marriage, but Jezebel has great granddaughters. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Jezebels has great granddaughters. Okay. I actually do have I have another video. Y'all want to watch the video and then we could talk about it while I got y'all here. So let me pull this up because I wanted to go over this one as well. I don't know who that is. Let's see.
Can I turn on my camera, or do I have to turn my camera? Oh, okay, right there. Okay, hold on. One second. Hi, Ashley.
Hi, let's welcome in.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
You're welcome. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes, I do.
All right. What brings you up?
Well, I watch your show all the time, and I'm constantly motivated by you and the advice that you give a lot of the women, and I take some of that advice into myself. And I was listening to the young lady's story about the guy that was basically love bombing her, and I feel as though it relates to a similar situation I'm going through right now. So I just wanted to talk about it and also get some of your advice a little bit. So yeah, I've been dating this guy now for 4 months, since April. It's a long distance relationship, and it's not an official relationship. We're still like in the getting to know phase, but it's long distance. And yeah, he's been very intentional, supportive, communicates, checks in with me very often every day. We talk every day. Gave me gifts for my birthday, like did a lot for my birthday, a lot of thoughtful gestures and stuff like that. But I have some trauma from past relationships and trusting people and stuff like that. So things that he does, I question.
Like what has he done that you are questioning and you're like, oh no, that's nothing?
Okay, so for my birthday, for instance, my birthday was our second date. Okay, my birthday weekend was our second date. And the date that we went on was very nice. We went to a comedy show, and then we had dinner. And for the comedy show, he arrived there before me. He spoke with the comedians. He gave them information about me and like, you know, what I do for work. So they were roasting us and stuff like that. So it was very cute, you know. We were laughing, like it was natural, calm. And then later on that night, he brought us to a hotel room, like a hotel. And
were you expecting to go to a hotel?
No, I wasn't expecting to go to a hotel.
And you said yes.
I did.
Okay, what do y'all think about what she's saying so far? What do y'all think about long distance relationships? I'm not for long distance relationships at all. Never. But she looked like Snoop Dogg's daughter to me. I'm just saying. Anyway, that made me think of that. So what do y'all think about long distance relationships? Y'all think they could work?
I did. I was in one when I was stationed in Turkey. To me, it's a waste of time.
Nah, yeah, I can't.
I was in one. I was on one end of the country, and she was on the other end, and we made it work, and I blew it up. I messed it up.
Would you cheat it?
Oh, did I cheat? Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't trust it. How you going? I don't think that men or women could be separate from the person that they supposed to want to be with, attracted to for too long, especially in the beginning. I think you need to, in the beginning of you building a relationship, y'all need to be close. At least I do. Because I need to get to learn you and know you and be around you and, you know, all of that stuff. How I'm gonna do that if you thousands of miles away? And then I'm not gonna be very trustworthy because I don't trust. Because what you gonna be doing? What you gonna do when you get horny? Like, what are you gonna be doing? What you gonna be doing? See, and y'all. But he's cheated, and that's what most of them do. They usually cheat because if some attractive some woman around and she throwing it at you or she right there, what's gonna happen? You're not gonna hold out for your. At least I don't think. Not in the beginning. I don't know. I just wasn't trusted of that. But I would think they would do that, Classy, to not cheat. But a lot of them gonna do it.
Well, you can't predict it. That's the problem because y'all are so far away. You can be nice to each other as long as you want on the telephone or via face chat, but you don't know for sure if that person is going to cheat on you for not. You're only going off of the perception of how nice that person sounds and you know how giddy they sound that you think they're not going to cheat on you. But how do you know? It's just like you said, the distance itself, you know, it's going to drive a wedge because both parties are going to want to see each other. Both parties are going to want to hang out with each other. Both parties may want to with each other. So, you know, yeah.
I think long distance relationships are a scarcity mindset at this point. It's just too many women to be holding on to one that's thousands of miles away when you can I'm guaranteed to find one where you're at.
Right. Yeah, I never believed in long distance relationship. I need to be able to see you. Because if I can't see you, who knows? I might break up with you because I'm not gonna trust what you're doing, especially in the beginning when you getting to know somebody. You don't know the person fully. So when y'all first dating, you got to learn them and get to know them. So I don't know what you capable. And any little, that's how I used to think. Like any little strangeness, I'm out.
Well, I mean, I dated Carol, my ex-girlfriend. She's from Brazil. She's from Rio de Janeiro. I've dated her for 3 years, actually. I was going back and forth to Brazil. That's how I got so well at knowing the place and knowing the language. And plus, she was my Portuguese teacher as well.
And that didn't work out?
Nah, we knew, being away from each other for so long, we were just like, we still cool as, hey, how you doing? But,
Right.
Okay. Yeah. I actually have a friend, he's had a few long distance relationships, guys, and he actually wanted to come on this live as well. And yeah, he would probably definitely appreciate your 2 cents as well. His girl is in Colombia. So from Germany to Colombia, that's the distance that he's kind of doing. And he had one long distance, his previous long distance relationship was for 5 years. And yeah, it's like, he would have to tell his story in depth, but it didn't really work out in the end. But he has a current relationship now, and this is for like a year and a half. So he's been going, but he doesn't really get to see her. This is my thing, what I say to him. Like, he doesn't really get to spend, I think, enough quality time with her because of the money, how much it costs to travel there and so forth. And as well, you don't really know what the person is doing there too. I think you said that as well, DeeDee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's that aspect too to it.
We don't know what the person is doing. Yes, we do. We know exactly what they're doing.
Well, we
all right, Trey, then say it then.
We just don't want to admit it to ourselves. But...
Oh, I knew what I was doing. I knew what I did. We was dating for a year, and I was in the South, and she was in the West Coast. And I would fly to her, and then she would fly to me. But it'd be like we'd see each other twice a year. That was it. Twice a year.
My thing to him was like he has to have a plan. Like if you're planning to do this like long distance thing, you need to have some plan for her.
Gonna be flying every week.
Right. Yeah. You need to have some sort of plan in mind. Like, are you planning to marry the person, have kids with the person? And you guys need to discuss and talk about deadlines as well. And if you don't reach that deadline, then you got to ask, okay, what are we doing? What is this? You're
going to have to move.
Man. Yeah. I told him that. I encouraged him. I said, why don't you just move there? But he said, the economy and stuff is not as good as here. And if he was to
move her where he's at. She could move where he's at. I would be open to stuff like that. I'll move where he's at. So I'll know exactly what you're doing too. You can go to work, come home.
That's true. Actually, when I was dating Carol, I was getting visas for Brazil for like a month or two. I was taking like 2-month vacation just to be around her. And I had like a remote job online as a data entry, getting paid $15 an hour. And transferring US dollars over to Brazilian money.
Yeah. Yeah.
But everybody is not afforded to be able to do stuff like that though.
Right. See, I don't even care about that. I just need your time. I need to see you. I need to see who in your space. I need to know what you're doing. I can't look because they cheat while you're local. But guess what? If we local, I could show up. You know what I'm saying? I can't show up if you 1,000 miles away. I can't just be there. I need to be there so we can have a conversation, whatever. Well, hey, we're not gonna do this. If this is what you're gonna do, okay, I'm out, or let's figure it out, or whatever. Like I could see you. I never believed in long distance. That's just I don't know how people do it. I just can't talk to you over the phone.
Or you can do the snap, crackle, and pop test. if they don't like to wear condoms.
What the hell is that?
You're gonna take
Say
some
what?
take some lemon juice and pour it on their private areas. If it starts to snap, crackle, and pop, then you know something's wrong.
Oh. So when you out of town for years, months, whatever, then I need to be ready with the lemon juice to see if it snap, crackle, and pop.
If it starts to fricassee and pop like you cooking chicken on the stove, then you know there's a problem.
Oh, see, I'm glad I know you. Cause see, I need you to tell me some more. Well, I don't need, but I mean, I can tell my girls this kind of stuff. They can look out for this kind of stuff. Cause I never heard that before. Wow. So how you
what man is gonna stand there still and let you pour lemon juice all over?
Well, actually, it's for the woman since they are the catchers. But I'm just
Yeah.
Wait, it's for the woman. Wait, what?
It's for the woman.
So
But she has to have sex with him first, though, right?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, and then she pour it on her hoo-ha, and then if it sizzle, crack.
Yeah, you don't have to pour the whole bottle. Just get one of those little teardrop things and just dip it, dab it on top of the clitoris. If it starts to she starts screaming. Yeah, she probably did something.
I don't want to know after the fact. How you know before? Oh, you could pour it on him, and they could tell.
Well, you can put something on him if it hits his uteral area in the middle and he starts screaming badly. Yeah, if it starts foaming out something white, yeah, he didn't do something wrong.
Or I'll be like,
just bring your test. Just bring your test.
Let me show you something, and then pull out the goddamn lemon juice.
Let me tell you right there, those homemade tests, they're not that viable.
Right.
Oh, ain't talking about homemade. You need to go to an office.
Well, I agree with you. Yeah, go to an OBGYN or somebody. Check you out.
Wait, is it lemon juice from the lemon or the
You're asking a lot of questions, DeeDee.
Well, I mean, you can take lemons at home and kind of drill it, put it in a little bottle.
Oh, from the lemon juice. The actual lemon is better.
Tell her, say, yeah, baby, I want to surprise you. I'm gonna go on and lay back and just.
I just never heard of this stuff. Y'all be surprised. I don't be knowing a lot of this. I never had these issues. So I learn something new every day. This is what I just learned today.
But DeeDee, you're a married woman, though. We don't expect you to be in the streets knowing all these issues.
I don't. And that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like, it's really new to me. It's an education on this kind of stuff. I could tell my girls about this kind of stuff. Other people don't be knowing.
You didn't understand. She's collecting information for others. It ain't about her.
Yeah, I know. I read that a little bit differently. So I have to reread that. Yeah.
Others.
I ain't had to thank God. I ain't had to worry about it. But I mean, hell, if I ever thought something, who knows? I mean, you ready with the lemon juice? You know. No. We know.
just out of curiosity, isn't lemon juice? I mean, acidic to begin with.
Yeah, it is.
Of course,
natural burning anyway.
Yeah, it's a natural burning, but the burning gets 3 times worse because of its acidic solution in it.
But it don't naturally, like if you pour it on, so it don't bubble up. So you said it'll start to sizzle.
Yeah, that's what I mean by the bubbles. You see if they're excuse me, I don't want to say that if their canal starts to get a little juicy, and that's when you can see it kind of fizzle and foam up.
Okay, yeah.
Like how you lay the fried chicken down.
There you go. See, snap, crackle, and pop. Snap, crackle, and pop.
It don't do that unless you mix it with something. Like I know if you put something with it, it'll do that, but you ain't putting nothing with it, so it shouldn't be fizzling up like you cooking chicken.
Well,
so
I mean,
does it foam up like
metaphor.
vinegar? Like, is it foam up or is it like grease?
Yeah, it foams up like vinegar. I just use that as a metaphor. That's just my own personal metaphor.
Learn something new every day. I said it before. Yes, Lord.
Come here, girl. Lay down. I got a lemon juice trick I want to show you.
I ain't gonna don't tell them it's a lemon juice trick. You just say, no, I want to show you something.
It's just like that.
Y'all be thinking like, oh, what's she gonna show me? Yeah, I got juice on your ass. Pop.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like dudes, they're putting habanero sauce in condoms and females are suing them for it.
Oh, you can sue for that?
Yeah, but the judges, they still lose. The judges always side with the men. Because it's not assault, because you're dumb enough to take his condom that he threw away to try to rub it on your area.
Right. Oh yeah, so that's on you. Yeah,
that's a choice. He didn't do that to you, so
you weren't supposed to be doing that anyway.
Yeah.
You try to get the juice out the condom and get her pregnant, and now you burnt yourself. Okay, that's on you. Your
That's
coochie is burning. You did it to yourself.
yeah, she damaged her own coup to cottage cheese.
Yes. That's on her. So, girl, you don't get nothing from that good. All right. This girl look
So,
like
so this lady called in to Ashley to get advice on a long term. She in a long
listen.
term relationship. I mean, long distance.
I want y'all to hear a little bit of the story. We might not listen to the whole thing because this is crazy. But let's listen to it. Listen.
Did you want to go?
I felt comfortable enough to go.
Okay.
I felt comfortable enough. He said he had a surprise for me, so I'm like, okay, cool. Got there. He asked me to close my eyes when I got there, and arrived. Opened the door. There were flowers. I had gifts, balloons, all that kind of stuff, and it was very nice. I loved it, and we weren't intimate that night because I told myself like I have control over my body, and this is technically only our second date, and I'm not trying to go there, and we're not exclusive, or we're not in a committed relationship. So, and I still wanted to know more about him. So I left probably like 30 minutes after I left. And then he was traveling back to Florida because he lived in Florida. I live here in Boston, and he was traveling back to Florida. And I told him, I want to see you before you leave for Florida. So he said, okay, cool. So we planned another date for us. And this date also started in a hotel. Okay, it started in a hotel room. Really nice hotel. And then we went to do mini golf, and then we went to eat. So arriving to the hotel, I had more gifts. There was more gifts. It was my favorite chocolates. I had wine. I had champagne.
A Chanel bag.
No, I didn't have a Chanel bag. No, I don't have a Chanel bag.
A Coach bag.
No Coach bag. No Coach bag. No Coach bag. But yeah, more gifts. Okay, so that night we were intimate, and everything was fine. A couple of my friends were like, "Oh, watch, he's gonna switch up. He's gonna switch up afterwards. Like when he leaves to go back to Florida, he's gonna switch up." But he didn't. Stayed very consistent.
So y'all were intimate, and you were expecting him to change.
Yeah, I was not gonna lie, but he didn't. Everything stayed the same. So my concerns are: one, he has 3 baby moms. He has 3 baby moms and 2 small children.
When you say small, I'm assuming they're 12, 13.
4 and 2, or 5 and 2.
Girl.
No.
3 baby mothers. He couldn't get it right with one of the 3 baby mothers that he's having children with, and one is 2. They were just born 2 years ago.
Yeah, his first son is 18. Then he has the 5-year-olds. Then he has the 2-year-olds.
Yeah, so the 5-year-old he got with the girl. They had a baby. Okay, that didn't work out. So you're saying 5, 4, 3, 2 years later, 3 years later, you had another baby. You got in a relationship, you had another baby. He didn't marry any of these girls.
And then also with the multiple kids, they're not in the same state. So the 5-year-old is in Florida, and the 2-year-old is in New Jersey.
He must have
I
money.
used to be able to mess with so many baby daddies.
And where's the third one? In Maine? All on the East Coast?
No, the third one is here in Boston. The third one's here in Boston.
Close enough. Okay, Boston.
Desperate.
Yeah. So yeah, the question that comes to my mind is like, okay, do I really want to be a 4th baby mom? Do I want to put myself in that position? And I'm 37. I know some people, think of age as like, oh, it shouldn't be a deciding factor about, who you settle down with. But I just feel like at 37,
But he's not even ready to settle down. We're just thinking about he has 3 children with 3 different women. This doesn't sound like a man who's serious. And how old is he?
36.
Yeah, no, he's not serious. He still think he young and popping and fine. Yeah, he's probably dating 2 other girls, 3 other girls in other cities.
Right.
That's what he does. That's why he comes to your city. He dates you, sleeps with you, gives you gifts. He goes to the next city, does the same thing. Ooh. And then somewhere along the way, along the 50 states, someone gets pregnant. That's what it's giving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we had a little, I guess you could say, pushback because he invited me to see Chris Brown. Right? And I did think this was a red flag 2 months into talking. He invited me to see Chris Brown in a different city. He would pay for the flight, the hotel, the tickets, and all that kind of stuff. And I thought that was him moving fast, but I was excited. Honestly, I wasn't thinking straight. I'm like, oh, okay, let's do it. Let's go. But as time progressed and I was, thinking about it, and I'm like, no, that's too much. I don't want to spend the weekend with you. I don't want to spend the whole weekend with you. And when I mentioned what city I wanted to be in, I told him, I was like, why don't we go to Miami? Because we'll be in Florida, where you live.
Mhm.
And he objected to that. He was like, no, let's do DC instead.
Oh yeah, all his girls are in Miami. He
In
can't
my
bring
head,
them.
I'm thinking, in my head, I'm thinking like, okay,
Girl, yeah.
why can't we do Florida? Because once I'm in Florida, I want to come to your house.
You need to
I want to see what's up. I want to see.
She needed to call this woman to peep that. These women don't have no game. Y'all don't. I'd have been like, wait a minute. First off, it would have been. I wouldn't even give him that much time. Like y'all, girl, y'all. But I'm saying she's desperate, y'all. Her forehead is big, and them days with them foreheads big like that, be desperate.
I knew it was new because she is glowing like she Bruce Leroy from The Last Dragon about this situation.
She want him because she want him, but she's skeptical about. That's why she called it Ashley, because she want to be with him. It's a lot he doing. He must have a little money or something, and she torn because she realized this man ain't taking her seriously. Like, oh, he's just coming, stopping by, doing that, give you a few gifts, and he out.
And do you think I would invite you where I stay, especially in Miami with all those fine women? No.
Right. Yeah. I just don't think they'd be so, but I bet she got a degree because they be having them bachelor's degrees and they don't be knowing nothing about men and relationships. They think when they get the degree, it's all miraculously they know all about men.
It never happens.
Never happens.
Mrs. DeeDee, what's the title of your video? What's the title of this subject? Black men are not appreciated.
Appreciate black women.
But that's right. Black men are not. Black men don't appreciate black women. Is that?
Do they? Yeah. Do they?
Do they appreciate black women?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure this guy showing appreciation. I mean, he got 4 baby mamas. He's showing, 3 baby mamas. He's showing a lot of appreciation, and the women tend to give it to him. The same black women that think that they're not appreciated by the black man. Oh, you know this dude got 3 baby mamas, and you still gave it to him anyway. Still gave it to him, but no, we don't appreciate you though.
No, Mr. Darryl, he got 3 baby mamas that she know of.
Mm.
But it doesn't really change the point.
That's true.
That you say you question our appreciation for you, but yet still you give us the most valuable thing you can give a man that you say that you question their appreciation for you.
But Darryl, he appreciate her, all right. He appreciate the cooch. That's what you saying. That's what he appreciate. That's what he appreciate, that she giving it to him. That's it.
But as a matter of fact, although her head looks like the New Orleans Superdome, she's not a bad-looking woman. She's not a bad-looking woman. And you
throw subtle shade. You subtle shade. I'm gonna call you subtle shade.
I like to throw a little bit just to spice up the show. I don't really mean this to her, but she's not a bad-looking. But she's not a bad-looking woman. Now, she hasn't said if she had kids, right? So I'm thinking to myself,
you beg to differ.
Well, I'm just throwing that narrative out there.
Well, one of the women on the screen is 61, and the other woman on the screen is
she ain't 61.
Hang on. One of the women on the screen is 61, and the other woman on the screen is 37. Mm-hmm. You tell me which one is which.
You think she looks 61? You think
Ashley claims to be 61?
If she not though,
she did say that. But I
she's older.
She's younger.
Okay, well, I don't know why she would say she's older. That doesn't make any sense.
She was trolling, I think.
Yeah,
I know she took a picture. I think she took a picture and said happy 61st birthday.
Yeah, she did, but I don't think that's the truth. Because somebody else asked her how old she was. Aren't you 61, huh? She was like,
she a vampire.
Didn't really answer it. I don't think she's 61.
Well, either let's say she's in her 50s.
I think she's 40 something.
I think her 40s. I think she's in her 40s.
She definitely older than 40s. She in her 50s.
I would say 50s.
Either way, the point I'm making is one looks a whole lot better than the other. Now, granted, there's a lot of sorcery going on with Ashley. We know that.
Yeah.
But still, as far as being put together is concerned, it actually looks far better, presentation wise. And most of the time when the girls come on her show, she looks far better as far as being presentable is concerned.
Yeah.
But this woman has a hard time realizing that, sweetie, you the jump off. Like you the jump off. I come to your city, we hang out, we kick it. I put a little money in your pocket, I get what I need, and I move on.
That's
like
right.
You know what time it is. You know that. That's my issue with these women. They be knowing what time it is, DeeDee. They know what time it is.
Yeah, they do.
They take you to a hotel. You know what time it is.
If I'm taking you to a hotel, you already know what's getting ready to go down. I'm gonna just throw that out there right now.
But why they act like they're oblivious though? Like you gotta call in and ask a complete stranger, girl, what you think about this? He keep popping up and taking me to a hotel. I didn't know he was going there, but that's where we went. And should I take him seriously? Like, come on, like that you should know better. That's all I'm saying. But a lot of times I realize they don't. So they need, at least there's somebody they can ask, I guess. But a lot of times some of these women don't tell them the truth though. Like, girl, let's play the rest of it a little bit more. I don't know if I'm play all this, but let's play a little bit. Pharaoh, thank you for the super chat. He says, Pharaoh, Lord. He says, I make love to Ashley with how you want it playing. Pharaoh. Thank you. Pharaoh is crazy. Child.
What's going on over there. Yeah, so typically whatever I mention or ask him for, he's usually on board. But with me going to Florida, he's like, let me think about it.
His girlfriend or whoever's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his girlfriend. His main girlfriend lives in Florida. In Miami. I'm sure in Miami. If he's spending like he's spending, you're saying, well, you said, little thing. I'm sure his main girlfriend is in Miami.
No, she don't want to believe that.
She don't want to believe
and
it.
I'm only telling you like this because I'm on the outside looking in. You're in it. You're emotionally attached to him.
Yeah.
So we're listening to the story from the outside looking in. Yeah. There's so many. Oh, you already know. Miami is the place. Hot girl city. He definitely has someone. Definitely.
Yep.
Okay.
DeeDee, this is how men typically give advice.
Go and not waste my time. Because some of my girls are like, oh, it's the summer, just enjoy, just have a good time and enjoy. Yes, but I don't want to be emotionally attached. I don't know how to detach. I see all these girls talking about detached men. I can't do it.
I just think, but what are you falling in love with? Like you said, you're older, you're getting grown. Yes. What are we falling in love with? Because he says I'm pretty or he calls me and communicates with me? That's not enough. And again, that doesn't mean he needs to be a multi-millionaire. But what are we doing as grown adults? What are we talking about? Come on, babes. No, we too grown. What's happening? Are we in a committed relationship? Do we live 10 minutes away? Living a whole 2 states over from a man? That doesn't work. A man needs to see his lady. You need to be able to drive to him at the very least.
I need to see him too.
But no, if he's 2 states over, that means in each state he's driving through, there's a girl.
Damn.
I'm being this honest with you so you don't waste your time. That's why I'm being
and that's what I don't want. That's what I'm scared of. I'm scared of wasting my time.
Girl, you already.
And ask yourself, what do I love? What am I so caught up? Because he bought me chocolate champagne to put roses in a hotel room. What am I so infatuated by?
She ain't never had that experience.
That's right. And I can tell right now, if you look at I can tell body language like a MFer. Like, look at the cock head to the side. And I can tell by her breathing, her blood rate has shot up 3% every time she talks about how many roses and candies this dude's brought. Yeah. She don't want to let it go. You can see it.
Yeah, my man coming in the town like Don Juan. I mean, he on the romance tip. He taking her out. You know what I mean? He doing everything he's supposed to do, and she lying about what they doing in that hotel room.
Oh yeah, they having it in.
What she said? They wasn't doing nothing.
She said they wasn't doing nothing.
Oh yeah, she lying.
Yeah, he in there folding her up like clean laundry. Yeah,
that's why she's so infatuated.
Yeah, he is playing her like the 1982 game Dig Dug. He is digging in her.
Yeah, that's why she's so stuck between the money, the smoothness, and him putting that thing on her. She don't know what to do.
Yeah, look at her eyes. Look at how they dip down and how her head is cocked to the side. Yeah, he done turned her out.
She's loving the fantasy of it all.
Yes.
When men give advice, as Ashley's presenting, men give advice from the outside looking in. And a lot of these women want men to just be in it with them
Mm-hmm.
and kind of coddling them through it with them, rather than, looking at it objectively. I feel like men definitely look at things from an objective standpoint. And like Ashley said, from the outside looking in, she's heard it. I'm sure she's heard this advice probably before, maybe, from someone, but it's in one area, not the other.
He in there with her.
Mm-hmm.
He in there with her. Don't worry about that. He all up in her. You got to worry about that. I'm telling you, bro, he's showing up in the he's showing up in the town. He doing the down, man. He romancing her. He taking her out to eat, man. It's just good treatment, like Classy's perspective said. It's just good treatment, man. And there's no other guys. There's no other guys in her Rolodex and her roster that are doing this for her. So she's loving it, and she's willing to wait for him to come back into town so she can get more of it.
I played this game before and I had it played back on me. I was like Kevin Hart in that movie About Last Night when he showed up with that what's the name, Rain with the Roses. I did the same thing. I knew what it was like to be on the other side as well. Not cool.
God rest to the Godfather. He said it. Are you willing to share, man? Are you willing to share? Because it's gonna come down to that. Are you willing to share? This is nothing new. Back in when I was growing up, the women did the same thing. If a man had enough status, they were willing to share. Period. But in that case, it wasn't talked about. They didn't say anything. It just happened. They wasn't going online telling everybody in the world that they're in the process of sharing a man back in my day. But they still did it. If the man had enough status, he had about four. He on the east side, west side, south side, north side. He had he covered all four corners of the city. And they knew it, but no one said nothing. They just respected it, and they said that's where it was. That's where it goes. But in this case, we tell the world. I don't care.
For the record, when you say back in your day, what time frame are we talking about?
We're not talking for the record, 60s, 70s.
Oh, that's during the sexual area. Yeah, they were getting it in.
Yeah, I heard y'all was wild back in the 70s. Like there was no rules in the 70s.
There were rules, but we didn't talk about it. We didn't put it out in Front Street.
Right.
That's why I said we need to go back to people minding their business.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yep.
Well, you know what? But we also need to go back to where they start posting their business songs. Well, they didn't.
That's
right.
That's a part of it. It's two parts. Minding your business means stop telling people your business and get out of people's business.
For sure. We don't need to know. The public don't need to know everything. Yeah, some stuff need to be private. Everybody don't need to know everything. Every little thing that go on in your life. Come on. Like, come on, but they're so used to it. It's like their world. Like they gotta post it, but then get mad when people have an opinion. If I put it out there, you have an opinion. Okay, I gotta roll with it. I gotta accept it. But if I don't put it out there, you don't know. You don't know. So they gotta learn to do that. Stop thinking it's cool to tell everything. And get mad.
But your personal life is monetized now, so you can make money off of being pseudo transparent. As they want, they want to call it, but I look at it as I think it's more detrimental in the long run. I think the more people know about you, the worse.
I think so, because now more people are gonna have, and then they're affected by it when they have all these people telling them things about them that they don't like. It does the opposite as boosted. Because if you're getting people telling you everything that you like and making you feel good, you feel great. Well, it does the opposite when they start telling you, "Oh, girl, you trash. This is that." And these people go into depression. They're already. Like, in my opinion, I think a lot of people are already, what's the word I'm looking for?
Mentally ill?
That's one of them. But I mean, like, you're already insecure about yourself and things. So this is why you need validation and all this, all the attention in the first place. When you find, mostly women do this, when you go to social media so much and you need all this validation, you post pictures because it's feeding you, it's feeding your ego, it's making you feel good about yourself. If you need that, then that means you're lacking, right? You're lacking that. You don't get that anywhere else, and you never got it. So you don't have it. You don't feel good about yourself. So that boosts you up and make you feel good for you to keep doing it. Without it, you back. That's like taking your weave out. You know, you don't really like yourself when you're all happy. Look at that lady she took her makeup off and she looked like she wasn't feeling herself after the makeup came. Sarah, the lady
Oh,
who
Sarah
Yeah, on
Fontenot.
Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Right. Yeah. I saw
she
that.
I
removed
haven't watched that yet.
live. Yeah, she removed her
Yeah.
makeup and I don't know, she looked a
She
little bit.
looked the same, but a little bit to me.
She don't
Size,
even look bad, right? She don't
no.
look bad.
Same here. Yep.
She don't look bad without the
I
makeup.
actually think the makeup makes her look worse.
A lot
Thank
of men
you.
think that. A lot of men think. A
Yeah.
lot of men.
Me too.
We see it differently. Like a lot of women like their face with the makeup, and the men's like, no, I like you without it. So this is just what y'all be seeing, like, cause like she said, I have dark circles under my eyes. I do too. We don't want to see that all the time. Like that's why we put the makeup on.
I mean, that's.
But I mean, it just go ahead.
No, go ahead, DeeDee. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm fine with my face without it, but I do like makeup too, a little bit here and there. Like, it does kind of cover those little imperfections up. So we do like to put it on for that reason. But I don't feel bad without it. But we just, but she looked like she was a lesser version of herself when she took that makeup. Her demeanor and posture was different. Didn't you notice that?
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that, DeeDee. I actually noticed that.
It's her super
Yep,
suit.
I noticed that. She was even a bit quieter as well.
Yeah.
When she took the makeup off, she was quiet for like a few minutes,
Yeah.
I clocked that as well.
A little foundation like me, I don't have a problem with makeup, but too much of it. I remember I dated this girl. When I kissed her on the cheek, I felt like I had like birthday cake all over my lips. It was just so much. I was just like, it's like a little bit is fine. And I saw her Instagram and her Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I seen her body, man. She's fire, man. I'm like, wow, you don't really need that makeup. Like your phenotypes are just right. You got the high cheekbones, the nice diamond shaped jawline. I'm like, I don't know but hey, teach his own.
How much of this is like a dysmorphia, like a aesthetic dysmorphia that they don't see what we see?
Yeah,
when they look in the mirror, are they seeing something different than we're seeing?
Yeah, they do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, when you look in the mirror, you see yourself, but you also see imperfections too. Like it's like the men don't care about the imperfections. But see, y'all don't wear makeup y'all don't wear. Now some men wear makeup for work. It's not just the gays the trans that wear it, but some men wear makeup foundation for work, like TV. Like the y'all know what I'm talking about. They wear makeup.
Yeah, on set for like a film.
For entertainment. Yeah.
Yeah, they wear foundation, but then but if y'all don't wear that normally, like every day. Y'all just used to y'all used to seeing y'all natural face all the time, so it's normal to you. If you have a pimple here, you ain't trying to cover it up. If you have a dark spot, y'all just go with it. You clean your face or whatever, but you're not trying to cover it up. But with us, we start using makeup. Most women start using makeup young, like teenage years or whatever. You start using makeup, and you learn. You get used to covering your imperfections, so it becomes the norm. So when you get used to that, when you take it off, it's like, oh, this don't look right. It's like you get accustomed to wearing it, like because you don't wear your bare face a lot.
Kind of reminds me of Carol. She used to wear makeup, and I told her you don't need it because she was such a health freak, and she made her own soda pop, and she drank water so much and ate so clean that every time I kissed her face, it had a nice clean taste. So I was like, ooh, and I just kept going. I was like, ooh, your skin is nice and smooth and tasty.
Okay.
No, her skin was.
Say tasty.
You can. What I mean by that is her pores and her skin was so clean. Like when you kissed her skin, it's like, wow, it's smooth, like real smooth.
Right. I get it. Yeah, but I just think, look, I used to wear lashes. I don't wear lashes. I used to wear lashes here and there. I was starting to get used to the lash look because it make your eyes look a certain way. When I would take them off, I'm like, oh, this don't look right. But I stopped wearing them. I just think it's something you get used to. Once you get used to it all the time, it becomes your new norm. So when you don't have it on, it's like you think your face look weird.
It's kind of like if you take your watch off.
You take your watch off what?
You feel naked, like, where is it? I need to put it back on.
If you wear a watch all the time, right, and then you take it off. That's like with my ring. If I take my ring off, my fingers feel sometimes, yeah, like I'm used to wearing it. So yeah, I think it's just that for people who.
But the thing is,
some people.
The thing is, DeeDee, a lot of these people, like, okay, a lot of women are actually putting pictures up, online on Instagram, for example, and they have a lot of makeup on. I don't really see so many, pictures where you can see the person natural, and I think as well that's also a reason maybe why, as well, they feel like they have to keep it up, quote unquote, like because they have the lashes on, the lip filler on the Instagram. They have to, live that perceived reality that they're trying to show on the gram. This is something I've noticed.
If you show up, if you show up looking like that, then that's my expectation.
Right,
and that's why they have to keep it up, because our expectations
what I
is we
just said.
expect
They
them
have
to be that way.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Well, the likes that they receive, expect them to be that. They feel like they're expected to be that way. Because I've seen some people post and it's like, oh, I didn't get enough likes or comments on it. I'm deleting it. I'm going to put something else now. Maybe it's more makeup. Maybe it's more of a different type of look. Okay, cool. That's the right amount of likes. This is how I have to be perceived, but it's not actually you. It's just you trying to keep up and flex,
Yeah, and then some of them, they just look really bad, like without the make, like they're just ugly, like they look bad without the makeup, like they want to look like somebody else. And some of them have pizza face. I'll never forget. I saw this beauty content creator. She always wore makeup, and I'm like, oh, her skin is so smooth. I didn't know. And then they use filters and stuff too. So, and I was like, oh, then she finally took the makeup off, and I was in shock. Her whole face had bumps all over it. It was filled. Her skin was horrible. And I just had never seen it. She covers it up so well. Like she wore the thick makeup in it. You wouldn't even know she had red like bumps all over her face. I couldn't believe it. This was some years ago, but I was like, what the hell? What foundation is she using? Because you wouldn't even know she had a pizza face. They call it a pizza face. Like all,
yeah, that's true.
You would not know she had that on underneath, acne like that. But oh my God, I was so shocked. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that girl had that. She covered that up so well. I was just like, so that's when I first realized, damn, this makeup thing, it could really transform you. It could really change you into looking like somebody else. And we've seen so many transformations of these people looking horrible, like monsters, and then they put the makeup on, change the complexion. Everybody want to be lighter.
Yeah.
Put the lighter makeup on and the lashes, that's powder. And it's a lot of makeup. It's not like, I use makeup, but it ain't that. Because I take a little foundation. I don't use a whole lot. Baby, they're not using that little bit. They piling it on to cover all them imperfections and then contouring and changing it up, conceal. Like they using a lot to really transfer. So that's too much. It's too much. You take it off and you look like a totally different person. That's why I say that's just too much. You shouldn't, if you wear makeup, you should be able to take it off and you still see who you are, like your face, like you look, like what's her name, Sarah? She still look like herself. Some of these people, it's a totally different look. You like, damn, that man in another country divorced his wife because she took the makeup off. He's like, oh hell no.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
And he sued her.
He sure did. He sued her and won.
Yeah, because that was clearly, y'all say you're a transformer, you representing yourself. Like, ooh, she look, because then what y'all gonna do when y'all have kids? The kids don't look like that.
They almost had kids. Actually, that guy was Chinese. I remember that.
Chinese. Yeah, you can't do that. I wouldn't want somebody, what if you don't have no arms? I'm just saying. And you put fake arms on, you never tell me. And I'm thinking, oh, he hugging me. Oh, the hug feels so nice. I like him. Oh, and then you want to marry me? Yeah. And then after we get married, you take your goddamn arms off. I don't know. I can't. I don't know what I'm like.
DeeDee, can we give the Waynes their props, because they did make a movie called "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker."
Oh yeah,
that was a classic. That was a classic film.
And they were way above their time with all that. When she took off her butt and her weave,
Everything. Yeah.
Because he didn't have 12 inches. They were way above their time with that one, man.
Sir. Yeah.
Be who you are. Don't be faking. Ain't nobody.
I'll say let's not even talk about these filters because I think it's mental at this point. Like I believe a lot of women who use these filters, even men too, I think they really just start to believe like they look like the damn filter.
Right, when you don't. None of us look like
exactly. But this is what I'm saying. It's mental. This filter business it's really gone to a different extreme.
If I get up early and I want to post on TikTok, I'm using them damn filters. Because guess what? I want my face to look smooth. I don't care. Because my face don't look that smooth. If I'm gonna be on social media, I'm using the damn filter. I'm making my face look smooth because it looks good. My face ain't bad, but it ain't that smooth. And that's how you know. But I'm letting you know I'm using it. I don't give a damn. Because guess what? You gonna see what I look like. I came on here with no makeup. I had no problem with it. But I'm a different case, you know. Because I got a man and he know what I look like without it all the time. I barely wear it. So when I do go on here, I'm wearing some type of filter or something. Because I don't know I'm gonna do it. So that's just me. But baby, I know what I look like without it. I don't have a problem with it. These people really want to look like them filters. They really they might get surgeries. They might start getting surgeries and get their face smooth like the filter.
Oh, they've already been doing that, DeeDee.
That's available.
Yeah, probably the next 5 to 10 years, this is gonna happen. Okay, it's going to evolve from there.
Really? You could make. I know they tattoo.
Like you can tattoo makeup on your face. Yeah,
and makeup.
Ooh,
That's what I'm saying. It's a mental. This is mental, guys. This is a mental issue. Like this is mental.
It is. It really is.
And we're going to see this in the next year. I'm guaranteeing you we're going to see this in the next 5 to 10 years.
Well, I mean, all of it is mental. Now, the doctors, let me tell you something about the cosmetology doctors. They've gotten to the point where they've gotten so greedy. They don't even do psychiatric evaluations on these women like they used to back in the 90s when they started the breast implants and the face and lip stuff. Now it's just, I'm going for the money. If you got the money, I'll do it.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's true. Latrell says, the fact that she's thinking about being the 4th baby mama is a red flag. I think she's attracted to his resources. I agree. Thank you, Latrell M, for the super chat. I agree. Some money. Let's finish this, y'all, so we can wrap this up. I want to go ahead and play the rest of what she's saying. Here we go.
How is he making my life easier? And not even forget the life. Is he making my nervous system relax?
Things that I ask for, he does give to me. So it's that. It's also supportive. It's yeah.
He's not giving you peace. He didn't give you that because you don't got peace of mind right now.
I don't have peace of mind.
Okay.
But I thought it was me. No, it's not me. It's not me. It's not me. Yeah. Okay.
You know it. You know.
Yeah.
You're looking for confirmation, you know? You're looking for the confirmation.
I know. That's why I had to come to Ashley.
And again, I'm being straight and I'm being forward with you so you could just get out of it. Because, again, this is a man who doesn't even want to invite you to his city. You guys aren't official. When you guys do meet up, it's only in hotel rooms. He has 3 different baby mamas, 18, 5, and 2. A 2-year-old, and he couldn't get it right with either 3 of them. You're saying he has money, but he doesn't have a wife. And he doesn't want you to come to his city, and you got to meet up in every other state but Miami.
That's what got me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know what I have to do. Just end it.
Yeah, end it, level up, focus on you, and put yourself back out there. It's summer.
You're focusing on me.
No.
How do I still attract? Why is it that I still attract this type of person?
It's who you're choosing. I always say, you know, you guys, when you go out into the world, I'm not saying, you know, different men are going to approach you. You can't really control who's going to approach you. Some people have audacity.
Yeah,
but it's up to you to be like, after you've asked them questions or y'all spent time and you've seen red flags, you get to choose. And you said to me, Ash, well, it was strange on the second date. He took me to a hotel room. Okay, that was the first red flag. Then you said the third date, the date started at a hotel room. And instead of saying, you know what, this is not for me, I don't think I want to do this, you went through with it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just walking you through it.
Okay. I hear you. Stop.
Unless you know, and I want to say this too. Unless we're not on that type of time. Like some of the girls, y'all being grown, y'all want to do what you want to do. Like if you're not looking for love, that's what I'm saying. If you're not looking for love and you just, you know, you out here having a hot girl summer, you know?
No, I don't want a hot girl summer. I'm good.
Okay, girl, but you gotta leave him alone.
Yeah. Okay.
Focus.
Yes,
let it go.
I got distracted.
Yeah, I want you to let him go.
She crying.
I'm serious.
I should let him go because I am avoidant. It's sometimes hard for me to have conversations about.
Damn, she don't think she gonna ever meet another man close to that.
Just letting people go.
That's no. You don't want to.
What am I holding on to?
Because she don't think
that's what I want you to keep replaying. What am I holding?
Too good.
Just block. Don't engage. Right. What am I holding on to?
Because you don't think he gonna get another one, ma'am. She distraught. That's a damn shame, girl.
37. Yes, I am, and I can admit that.
Yeah, he got her.
All right, Ashley.
Get it together, ma'am.
So I'll come back. And
don't come back.
Chris Brown by yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Chris Brown with my cousin.
You're gonna be still popping in.
Yes.
I still want to end up in Florida. Is that bad if I still want to end up in Florida?
Now you sound like Pecan.
You sound like you're trying to move closer.
You sound like Pecan.
I would never call 60 times. I would never. The most
you'll do 30. You'll do 30, not 60. Okay.
No, I will never do 30. No, I don't have that in me. But
going up to Miami, you going to girl? You know,
I'll be at the concert. What you talking?
Yeah, you gonna hear
I
her.
have his address. Please. I'll be at the concert, and then I just pull up.
So you're pulling up to his house uninvited?
No, I wouldn't do it like that. I would.
You would say, "Oh, I came. I surprised you. I just so happened to be."
No surprises. I'm coming, and I wanna stop by, see your house.
Oh my God.
That's giving.
Lord.
So just ignore it completely. Just don't say anything about pulling up.
Leave him alone.
Seeing where he lives. Nothing. He gave a fake address. He did.
But see, that's what I call desperate. She looks and sounds desperate. Girl, you don't be desperate like that. Like, no, what the hell? I don't know.
She gonna turn into Glenn Close.
I like Ashley. I really do. I like Ashley, but Ashley misses the mark on some things. And it's just because she's not a man, so she doesn't understand. What we're all missing here is a few key things. First of all, you should have asked her what she thought her red flags were. You can't tell her what her red flags are, because if she went to the hotel room and she said, I felt comfortable going to the hotel room, that's not a red flag. So you can't say that's a red flag. You can't do that. You gotta ask her, what are your red flags? And then ask her, why did you go against your red flags? That's number one. Number two, pre-selection. 3 kids, 4 kids, all this. He's already in motion. You know what I mean? Like he's already in motion. He's wealthy. Obviously has to be wealthy, right? He's flying her out. There's so many check marks here. His man is checking the boxes for her. And I think a lot of people, you're missing that she's willing to put up with the fact that he's got other kids by other women. She's willing to put up with the fact that he's traveling the world and he's doing what he's doing. Why? Because there's a part of her that he's paying bills and all that. Somebody got to act. But there's a lot going on here. And I think she's missing it. She asked him. She's never gonna leave that man. She's stuck up.
Dre the Dream, thank you for the super chat. He says they have entire facial prosthetics too. I know about that. That's crazy. That's going too far. Thank you for the super chat.
I got to. She has no heart. She took advantage of the fact that I can give advantage of your delusion.
The sound is acting like the sound is acting weird. I don't know why. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. But I think is taking that fact that I can pick off your delusion. She only does I probably think in and out.
Yeah, you're kind of going in and out.
Yeah, there's something off my sound. Is it the same for me?
Yeah, it's the app. It's the app.
What's that beeping sound?
Yes, yes.
Try again, Daryl. Daryl, try again.
Okay. No, I'm still saying.
But I can hear you.
What's that beeping? That means it's time to go.
Is that what that means?
That's the sign.
Sound like a tracking system or something from Independence Day.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's time. That means it's time to go. That's you know.
Yeah, I think it's better.
Is that the bad signal?
Daryl, you got warrants? They done tapped in. They looking for you.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear, Trey.
I'm in
You can hear me?
beautiful Argentina. Why would I? Okay.
Yeah. Why are you in Argentina? That's the
Ooh,
question.
good point. Ooh.
You know what?
Yeah.
My family thought the same thing. They said, "Well, is the police looking for you? Is that why you have to?"
I mean, if that's the place
All
to
right,
go.
DeeDee, have a good weekend.
If you're running, that's where you go. I want to know that. I learned something else. I don't care.
No, you go to Bali. You go to Bali. There's no extradition. You go to non-extraditable countries is where you go.
Bali, that's the
You
only
don't go to
place?
countries where they extradite.
Okay,
No, there's
right.
a few others, but Bali is the first one that came to my head.
I mean,
Indonesia.
just in case. You never know. You might need that information. Shit.
That's
Something
where
pops
Russell
up.
Simmons is at.
Tell Russell Simmons we said what's up.
Oh, he's still out there?
Yep.
Oh, damn. Okay.
He ain't never coming back.
Nope, he can't come back.
Oh, wow.
Why should he?
That's a good point too.
Oh,
That's a great point.
They was telling me, I forgot to mention this. Sean Diddy Combs says Combs was sentenced on Friday to more than 4 years in prison for prostitution-related offenses in a case that drew global attention for its lurid accounts of violence and sex marathons. So they're saying that he got sentenced to he delivering a sentence of 50 months. That a substantial sentence was required to send a message to abusers and victims alike that exploitation and violence against women is met with real accountability. So they're making him an example. So part of Sean Combs' sentence is 5 years of 5 years of supervised release. Okay. The court also ordered forfeiture of property used or intended to be used to commit or facilitate the commission of the offenses on which he was convicted. So I guess the property where all the freak-offs happened,
they're taking them.
Right. So 5 years of supervised release is what they're saying. So that means he gets out and he just has to be supervised?
Yeah, he can get out. I think it sounds almost like a house arrest type thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see. It says Mr. Combs remained impassive throughout the judge's explanation, but appeared stunned and angry as the extent of the sentence set in. After court was adjourned, Mr. Combs' side turned back to face his family and shook his head, telling them repeatedly that he was sorry. Hand to heart, he grabbed his things and before exiting told his supporters that he loved them. So let's see. So it's just 5 years. I mean, is that part of it? I mean, or is that just 5? So I'm confused.
It's not federal. He probably won't even serve all 5 years of it.
Okay. So I mean, I was expecting more. I thought they was gonna try to get him for them 20 years they were talking about.
They were trying to go for the minimum. They started off with the minimum of 11 years at first.
Okay, yeah. So does this mean he's gonna be released? I'm gonna have to do a update on this.
He probably won't. He's not going to like Gin Pop or nothing like that. He's going to like the Billionaires Club type of jail time.
So he's
not going to. I don't see him going to Rikers Island. They're not going to do that to him.
Okay, so they're saying 5 years of supervised release and $500,000 fine.
That sounds like house arrest.
Okay. Because they don't mention if there's like a release date or anything.
Because if you're getting supervised release, that means you might be confined to an area probably where rich people are, but you can't like go too far of a radius for the next 5 years or something. But
okay, yeah. So I think that's what it's gonna be. Classy. It's saying the judge announced he is sentencing Combs to 50 months in prison, just over 4 years. He will receive credit for the 13 months he has already spent behind bars. He was also given 5 years of supervised release and issued the $500,000 fine. So it sounds like he's gonna serve the 4 years like a house arrest sort of thing.
Yeah, kind of like a rich man's prison.
Okay.
Yes, that's 37 months, so that's 3 years. He'll be out.
Yes.
He'll be out in a year and a half.
Okay.
See, that's what I was thinking. I was like, he's not going to do all that 5. He's not going to do that.
So he got 50 months. They gave him credit for the 13 months he was already in. That brings it down to 37. So that's 3 years.
Yeah.
And there's 3 years. So, and he'll more than likely, he'll probably get out on good behavior early, or 70% of that time. So I say 18 months tops, if that.
Flat.
18 to 20 months tops.
I agree with Trey 1,000%.
I say about a year and a half, maybe a year and 3/4, and he'll be out. And he'll be making music in no time.
Take that.
I'm sorry, I can't take that back. I can't take that back. His crime was against women. His crime was
his
against
crime.
What was his crime, Daryl?
His crime was against women. That was his crime.
What was the crime?
What was the crime?
Exploitation. That was his crime. Exploitation.
For people who volunteered?
They volunteered to be there.
Exploitation. Remember now, the women are taking more accountability.
You can't save them all, brother. It's plenty of them in Argentina.
That's right.
You can't save them all.
The women are taking no accountability. I'm afraid he might be. He gonna suffer. That the punishment is gonna fit the crime.
You think so?
No, they not. They about to move him to. They about to move him to Club Fed.
That's right.
Good luck with that. I'm sorry. I've seen it too many times to see the top dog get taken down just because of the exploitation of women. Sorry.
But most of his exploitation came from him sex trafficking men.
Right.
You only need to exploit one woman to come down. It don't take a bunch of women.
Which woman was exploited?
You can't say Cassie was because she was a volunteer. She admitted on the stand.
Yeah, she was a part of it.
Yeah.
So which woman did he exploit?
Cassie is the reason he got convicted.
No, she's not.
No, she's not.
She's the reason why he didn't get the serious crimes.
Yeah.
She's the reason why he was acquitted of all the more serious crimes.
When she
started talking, they were like, "Hold up, you was a part of this."
That's why he didn't get charged federally.
Yeah, y'all really underestimating what's going to happen with him. Y'all really underestimating.
What's going to happen to him besides him going platinum in about 3 years?
Nobody's going. Okay.
I'm buying it. I'm buying the album.
Let's talk about the sponsorships alone. Nobody's going to touch him. Nobody's going. Okay.
The same way they wasn't going to touch Chris Brown, right?
They touching him real good now.
When did Chris Brown go to jail?
Hey, classy. They paying to touch him.
When did Chris Brown go to jail? That's what I want to know.
He beat Rihanna.
But did he go to jail?
No, he didn't go to jail.
No, he didn't.
That's my point.
But no, what I'm saying.
You think jail's gonna be the thing to
his
stop
point, what Trey's point was,
you think prison is the thing that stops women?
Yeah, that's not gonna stop women.
Trey, you should know better. You've been in law enforcement how many years? You should know better.
And I know that women are attracted to men that come in and out of prison.
But money isn't. Money's not attracted to that. It's hard when you've been in prison. It's hard. It's hard.
For you. For me, maybe. But neither one of our names is Sean Combs.
But Daryl, God bless you. You do know that Ted Bundy got his lawyer pregnant before they killed him. Deleted him, excuse me.
New album 2027, 2028.
Charles Manson was in jail for life, and his wife was 27. He's 82. These women love Batman.
You all talking about Combs is coming out of prison. See, those guys never came out. You talking about Combs coming out?
There was a guy. What's the guy's name that went to prison that took the mugshot and he became a model afterwards?
Oh, that was Jeremy Meeks.
Jeremy Meeks.
Was this crime against women?
I'm not sure what his crime was.
He was a criminal.
He's a criminal.
Crime involving women.
You keep trying to make it seem like they care.
They helped bail him out of jail to get a contract to Calvin Klein.
You all don't get. I mean,
you're trying to sit on top of a moral mountain that it won't work. Nobody cares. I guarantee you, Diddy will be back to billionaire. Diddy will be back to billionaire status.
No, he will not. He will not. He's done.
Then you don't understand how money works.
He's done. He is done. Absolutely. He will not recover. Period.
Tiger Woods cheated on his wife.
Did Tiger Woods go to jail?
Lost $300 million. Women hated him.
Did he go to jail?
Got back to being a billionaire. That's how it works.
Did he go to jail?
No, he didn't go to jail.
Okay, that's my point. There you go.
So you think the mere fact that he went to prison means that people won't work with him?
The mere fact he went to prison for exploitation of a woman.
Are you saying that companies won't work with him?
No, they're not touching him. They're not.
Okay. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to see. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll definitely see.
Who's the biggest shopper? I mean, who's the biggest spender? Women. They're not gonna go for nobody spending money on that supports.
Sure they are.
No, they are not.
Shoot, Chris Brown beat Rihanna. He recovered quickly.
He bring up Chris Brown. Chris Brown didn't go to jail.
He still beat her though.
And guess what happened?
He got richer.
Combs went to jail.
So you truly believe that the corporate world is not going to touch it? They're just not going to touch it. They're not going to deal with it.
I believe that. Yes, I do, Trey. I believe that the corporate world will not touch it.
You willing to bet that? You willing to put some money on it?
Oh, what you got? What you got to lose? What you got to lose?
I'm confident that he's going to return.
He'll be out in a year, right? Y'all saying?
I think he'll be out between 18. I think before the next 2 years he'll be out.
I think in a year's time he'll be filing bankruptcy.
Yeah, but filing bankruptcy doesn't mean anything.
Because billionaires do it all the time.
Y'all say he'll be back.
Trump's filed for bankruptcy like 40 times. Like, it doesn't mean anything.
50 Cent did that, I think, as well.
Yeah, 50 Cent just filed for bankruptcy.
Yeah, he did.
Did he go to jail? Did he go to jail? Did he go to jail?
50 Cent ever go to jail? Yeah.
You know, I think
you can feel free to end this at any time.
I think he gonna bounce back, but I don't think he gonna put out no music that people gonna buy. I just don't. I think he just.
I'm buying the album.
I just think what the album gonna be about. What it's gonna be about. What he gonna be talking about?
Take that.
And we don't want to take that.
Everything.
I'm just saying, like, we don't want to take that. What did you talk about this whole process?
We don't.
Yeah, I think he's going to talk about the whole process, but I don't think he's going to do the music. I think he's just going to produce it. I think he's going to let other people sing it.
You think everybody going to be on board?
He's going to do a DJ Khaled.
I don't know, because I don't think this is over with Diddy. I think there's some other stuff. You're talking about Jay-Z. It's got some stuff on him. I'm like, I don't know. I might be more partial to what Daryl is saying. I don't think, because I think Puffy will be able to bounce back to a degree. He probably still be able to make money some kind of way, but music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he got his hand in a lot of other stuff too. But music wise, I don't know about that. I
I'm
don't know.
I'm joking about the music. I don't think because rap is not really making money like it used to back
Like
in the
he gonna
day.
produce something maybe, but he's old. Like who want to use him now? There's so many other producers.
But just like you said though, DeeDee, do you just because you get older, that doesn't necessarily mean people won't work for you as a producer.
They might. I mean, there's some, but I mean, what I mean, I guess we'll see, child.
Now, does this conviction mean that he has to register his name with the sexual?
No.
No.
You sure?
Yeah, he's not.
Does he have to put himself on? I don't think he's gonna be on the sex offenders list.
Ex-offender? No, they're not gonna put him under.
Because isn't that the charge? Isn't that when he's convicted of a sex
charges for prostitution?
It's for prostitution.
That's the funny part.
That's a sex crime, though. You have to register.
No, that's usually sex offenders register for like messing with young people.
He's a sex offender.
He's not. No, he's not a sex offender.
Trust me,
sex offenders are messing with minors under the age of 20.
Right. Yeah. And he's charged with
sexual crime.
He's charged with prostitution related charges because remember it was the transportation of the hookers,
which are the males.
So, like in other words, human trafficking. Human trafficking.
It's human trafficking.
It would have had to be a violent sexual.
Right.
He was associated.
Transport.
What you got against DeeDee, man?
He's done.
If he done, who cares? I don't care if he's done or not, to be honest. I mean, Puffy, take that, and go get your shit together. It's not fooling these women. Abusing people. Go take that. And
I love it. I love it.
Shit.
Take that and go.
I love a good redemption story.
I got a band for you, Trey. I got a band for you.
He's gonna repent. He gonna have
Trey, what's he say? Come on now, y'all make it. I can write it down in the day.
It's gonna be his brand is gonna be called.
I just want to make sure that we're clear that it's not in Argentinian pesos first.
That was a good one.
Because he's a smooth dude. He was trying to slide that in. Why would you talking about 1,000 pesos? I'm not talking about $1,000. Why would I say $1,000? That's crazy.
When in Rome, I got to do the Romans do. I got to pay.
Oh no!
You see how I had to check that, DeeDee? Because he trying to be slick. He trying to be slick about that. Nah.
I would have
Rome. Listen, I think here's what I think. You got a lot of companies. You got an economic downturn. If the companies aren't doing well and they're gonna need a shot in the arm, he ain't gonna be able to give them a shot in the arm, bro.
Yeah.
He's gonna be able to give them a shot in the arm. And I'm telling you, there's gonna be some companies that's gonna be like, and what about the companies that don't market to women? Maybe their demographic is not to women. Maybe their demographic is to richer men or older men. I mean, I don't know. I just see him finding his way, and we forget how forgetful and how forgiving the public actually really is when these things actually happen. Like we have a tendency to kind of let things go. Like, all right, it wasn't that bad. Like, it wasn't that bad. They're talking about prostitution charges, man. Like, I'm in DC, man. You know how many politicians be running these back and forth, man? Come on, man.
For real, up in Southeast DC, man. Jesus Christ.
Man, all this downtown or the Capitol building, man. They be running these girls back and forth, man.
You see those limos going all down DC at night. Yep.
I'm sorry,
Puffy, he in the music business. So we could forget. Well, we kind of put it to the background. We don't forget, but we put it to it's not as relevant. But you got to come with some good stuff, though. If you
let's say this, DeeDee. Let's scratch the whole music thing out. He can put out his own baby oil. He can put out his own sex toy.
And who won't buy that? Ain't nobody want to be reminded of all that goddamn that was in there.
I like baby oil.
But here's the thing, though, DeeDee.
There's other oils that's better than baby oil.
But DeeDee, we may not.
What if he ink it in with Johnson?
Using it for baby oil? It's you. Come on, Classy. You the doctor. Baby oil is not that good. Like
DeeDee, I'm just throwing the idea.
Well, it can be.
That's what I'm saying. You all may not do it, but there's somebody out in the world that will.
Man, what man gonna be using the Diddy oil?
Listen to it, the DeeDee oil. That could be the
Diddy oil.
Maybe not that kind of oil, but this.
That's wild.
I'm using. I'm using the
I'm
Diddy oil.
sorry.
What
I
if
don't
he
want
could
no
deal
damn
with
Diddy oil.
Johnson and Johnson? What if Johnson and Johnson call him and say, "Hey, let's work together"?
I don't think people want to do
oil.
that. They work. It's too late. Why would y'all want to bring that back up? He, you know, that's not associated with something good. You want to move past that. You don't want to keep reiterating that you was about to go to jail for the rest of your life for oil and all this craziness.
DeeDee, you got to admit, DeeDee oil got a ring to it, though. It does have a ring to it.
He sells it to the freaking wealthy.
It does have a
Well,
ring to it.
DeeDee said it, y'all. DeeDee said it.
Cass and nasty ass and all that stuff that was going on. I don't want to keep reliving that. Like, I don't want to hear about that no more.
DeeDee, if Sexy Red can sell,
Sexy Red gonna promote that, DeeDee. I'm telling you.
Gonorrhea.
I'm telling you, DeeDee.
Y'all think people
Sexy
bought
Red's
that?
gonna see this. She's gonna,
Somebody bought that nasty
Not promote that.
real lip stuff that she was
No,
selling.
they did buy it. They were buying it.
A small percentage of people bought that nasty stuff. That girl is nasty. Why would you make gonorrhea lip glosses and stuff? That's just nasty.
It's like Strange from Boomerang.
Gonorrhea lip gloss.
It was nasty.
What kind of name is that?
Yep.
We having too much fun for this Friday.
That name alone.
Why would
that
you?
name alone should be a red flag. Shit.
Right. They all was nasty. I'm like, come on now. What makes you do that? What is her? Well, she have kids. That girl have kids. Why would you? Anyway, to each his own, I guess. That's just my little 2 cents. You could be nasty. They could be nasty all they want. I'm not buying no Diddy oil. I'm not buying none of it.
Well, in due time, we'll see what happens.
We'll see. You know, honestly, for the charges that's against Diddy. So is he going to jail or he going home?
They're gonna put him in like a prison where rich people at. That's all.
Oh, so
because if you're going to prison, why do you have to be what's the word, supervised in prison? How many people in prison are supervised?
Oh, supervised. Okay, because I was thinking like an ankle bracelet, a monitor or something.
That's basically what it is. It's just house.
That's when you're on parole. You're on probation or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They got prisons for rich folks now.
He got charged with human trafficking.
No, he didn't. That was the federal charge that they lost.
Yeah, those charges got removed.
I was told them charges got dropped a long time ago. So what the heck?
Yeah, dropped, Daryl. Those charges got dropped.
Okay, if those charges got dropped, he was charged with prostitution, right? Is that the charge? Charge?
Yeah, basically.
I'm sorry, you in the music business. You're done. You don't want that on your arrest record. You don't want to be arrested, number one. And now you got a conviction. But y'all think this guy's gonna go in the billionaire class or the billionaire study.
Can you name one rapper? Can you name one rapper or singer who don't have a record of some sort? I can't. I'll wait.
True.
But not for prostitution. I mean, like maybe shooting somebody or something like that. But
that's worse.
That is worse.
All right, y'all. I gotta.
Or maybe drug possession. Maybe drug possession. I don't know.
Thank you, DeeDee, for having me. I appreciate
it. I appreciate the time.
Appreciate you, DeeDee. It's Friday.
Take care, y'all. It's Friday. Have a great evening. Enjoy yourself. Chill out. Stay out of trouble.
You too. Stay blessed, DeeDee. Take care.
You too. I'm
all
out
right.
Daryl. Take care, y'all. Until next time.
Oh, I will.
Please be safe. It's crazy stuff out here happening. Watch your backs. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm tired as hell. But I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here as usual. Thank y'all so much. Shout out to everybody in the building, everybody who joined the live stream. I appreciate y'all so much. Shout out to everybody who gave super chats or cash apps. I appreciate you for the support. Make sure you continue to watch the videos that are posted on the channel, you guys. Also continue to share and like the videos if you can. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It is free to subscribe as well. All right. So thank y'all once again. Y'all be safe out here in these streets, and I will see you guys really, really soon. All right. Take care. Be safe. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, y'all. And I will see y'all really, really soon. Mwah. Bye.